So here's the test.
Oh, kids get to bed.
I love that. I really do. It's so cute. Town of Bethany, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Amber?
Last time.
Where's Amber? So.
Right?
Who knows? She's probably booking cruises for people, you know. Anyone who wants a cruise, she's a great person.
I do.
She's like the person to go to for.
Right. Yes.
She can
Okay.
get you a great deal.
All right, here we go then.
Okay.
That sounds perfect. Okay, so it is 6:39. We're gonna call the meeting to order. My apologies for anybody who may have been waiting online. We were having some technical difficulty with getting actually online. Okay, we'll do roll call, Emily, just for purposes of helping. So Jen Gaelic, chair.
Pat Ryan?
Patrick DiCaprio, yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Like the actor.
DICAPRI.
Leo's brother. Yeah.
Fourth one.
Leonardo.
Leo's brother, oh, nice. Thank you.
Craig Mahone.
Tracy Johnson.
Emily Meredith Stein. Jamie Guthrie.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And Dave should be here momentarily as well. Okay, first item on the agenda is public comment. There's a really large crowd here tonight. And I'm assuming, Emily, that Dan does not want to talk. Okay. Dan, thanks for being our one friend. We're glad to have you. Okay, first then official item is to approve the minutes from July, which was our last meeting where many of us were virtual. Any corrections, adjustments, feedback on the minutes from July? Okay.
Fortunately, I can't open them, but I mean, I wrote them, so I don't have any concerns. But did you guys read them and have any?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No objection.
Yeah, I didn't have any questions or anything about it.
Motion to approve.
Second,
Second?
beautiful, all in favor?
Aye.
Any abstentions? Tracy, that would be you, just because you weren't at that meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you'll technically abstain
Okay.
from voting on that one. So motion carries. Next item on the agenda is to talk about disc golf. So Craig, I'm going to turn it over to you guys to talk a
Sure,
little bit
yeah.
about it.
So I was just at, I was telling Pat, I was at High Plains in Orange yesterday. My son had flag football practice there, and there was just a constant stream of people in and out. They have a 9-hole course there?
18.
18, okay. And it was just super busy. It was a beautiful day for it. I figured Bethany is a great place to get people outside, get people active, give people something to do, and it's relatively low cost and a little maintenance, and Pat will talk more about that. This is Pat DiCaprio. Where's your company or?
I got it,
You got it, sorry.
I did bring a slide deck
Right.
that you can put up if you like. And I also, there's a PDF copy that you can all have after the fact on the drive. So my name's Patrick DiCaprio. I am a lifelong Derby resident. I've been playing disc golf since 2012. I've visited over 140 courses between the East and the West Coast over the last 13 years of playing. I am the elected volunteer state coordinator for the Professional Disc Golf Association for the state of Connecticut. And I'm actually on the Rules and Regulations Committee for the National PDGA organization. So when Craig asked me if like, hey, we have this idea about possible. You can just hit continue without scanning.
Yeah.
It's probably because I unplugged it the wrong way or something. When Craig asked me like, hey, we're throwing around the conversation of disc golf in Bethany, would you like to be involved? I immediately said yes. Because my number one role as state coordinator is I'm an advocate for the sport.
There we go. Now we have to share the screen on Zoom so that, well, we don't actually have any people watching on Zoom, but will the live stream, if you share it on Zoom, will that then, the live stream's taking it from Zoom, I'm
Sharing your
assuming.
screen, remember that?
I'm assuming you have to share the
That's why we
screen.
have somebody who had to do this during COVID, it's perfect.
Yeah,
Just having flashbacks, it's fine.
I totally having flashbacks.
Yeah.
We do this at work all the time, in PPC meetings.
Yes.
Yeah,
There you go.
Alright, it looks like you opened the PDF, which is fine, so you can just scroll down a little bit. And that'll give you basically what I just said, just so you know who you're copying with. Next page. So the big question is, I always assume when I talk about disc golf, that most people have absolutely no clue what it is.
I
It
think
is.
you're right in this case.
Yeah, it is the second fastest growing sport in the United States. COVID shot us in the number one spot, because it was a very easy, cost-effective social distancing activity, and then pickleball had to come over and take that spot. It is very, very similar in concept to traditional golf, or ball golf, as I like to call it. It's typically a course has 9 or 18 holes. You do see configurations with oddball numbers from here and there. Your goal is to throw a disc, such as this, into a chain catching basket like you see on the screen now. It's basically a cemented pole into the ground that is removable, with, an indicated teeing area, and you're playing for least number of strokes like you would in traditional golf. It does use specialized discs, which I just held you up a standard putter. For comparison, this is your typical ultimate frisbee, and they weigh the same, but this flies dramatically different than what your kids are throwing around.
And it's hard.
It is hard. That's a putter. There's also drivers and mid ranges. If anyone wants, I told you I brought props.
Yeah.
Every
To it.
Everything in disc golf is measured in feet instead of yards. So a typical course is somewhere between 4,500 feet and 6,000 feet in terms of overall length. It's something you can do year round. There's clinics, leagues, tournaments all over the place. That's something I do a lot of. I run about 20 events throughout the year. And currently there's about a little over 75 courses in the state of Connecticut, which the next slide is a map of basically all the disc golf courses that are around the state, from the U-Disc, which is essentially an app to find courses around the country.
Pretty big gap in our area.
There is a nice little hole in this area. There is a new course going in Cheshire as we speak. They're ready to install baskets. I think that, but we're kind of in a little bit of a dead zone in this part of the state. So if you slide down a little bit more. Who plays disc golf? The short answer is literally everyone. The most common age of a player, it averages between 15 and 50, but I have come across an elderly couple in their 70s throwing a disc 100 feet, walking up, picking it up, throwing it again, and just going about along their day. It's hiking while you throw things, for the uninitiated. It's available to any player of any age and ability. You can go out and have fun without very much knowledge of the sport. You're starting to see a lot more family activities centered around it, where mom and dad will take the 3 kids out to the course for an afternoon and just run them down. It's a very low entry cost for the player. You only need 1 disc to play, and you can buy those at a standard sporting goods store for between $10 and $25. Or you can be like me and carry on a backpack of like 25 every round. The discs are basically the club and the ball combined compared to regular golf. The nice benefit of it, most courses are public parks. There's no tee times that you have to sign up for in advance. There's no greens fees. You can just walk in. When the first hole is available, you go out and you play. And it only takes, for a standard group of 4, an 18-hole round on most courses, between an hour and a half to 2 hours, which is considerably shorter than your traditional golf round. Next slide.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
On the previous slide, the pricing, $10 or $20, 10 and 25. Is the 10 if you bring your own?
No, that is to like buy one at like a Dick's Sporting Goods.
Okay.
Like the lowest.
Okay, so that's
yeah.
the cost.
That
So
is the
that's-
cost for
okay,
you, for your personal equipment.
Okay,
You have to bring your own.
Yeah.
yes.
You have to bring your own or have a friend. I have several hundred used discs over the years that I will loan out to people and get them into the sport, give them away to new players on the course. It's a very social environment. And there are a lot of benefits to it. It encourages outdoor activity. There's very overall low cost of installation and maintenance, which we will talk about in a little bit. It does attract visitors into town. And when visitors come into town, they spend money in local restaurants, gas stations, convenience stores. They did a survey last year, and the average disc golfer, at least a few times a year, traveled at least 20 miles to play a course, 87% of the time. So they get out and they travel to play. Courses can use underutilized land. A lot of them are in the woods where you may not have any kind of activities going on at all. And it does also give an opportunity for volunteer, for high school groups, Boy Scouts, and other youth activities to get involved with the course. Next slide. All right. Where you can put a course is kind of up to you. Like I said, a lot of courses are very much in the woods. Other courses are in fairly open parks where you're throwing a disc maybe 200 feet around a rock formation to get to a basket or through a pair of trees, kind of like goalposts. You can make it as beginner friendly or as challenging as you want, and it can also coexist very well with other activities that are already on park properties. Things you do want to consider: locations of playgrounds, picnic areas, walking trails. You don't want to put things too close to a disc golf course because a frisbee flying at someone's hand at 50 miles an hour is not going to feel great if it hits you in the arm or worse while you're walking around. So those are things you take into consideration when selecting a property or doing a design. Along with that, wetland areas, you want to, obviously, a lot of the time you want to conserve those areas. And at the same time, if the course is underwater for half the year, players are not going to come to it. And you want to make sure there's ample parking. I've seen a few courses where they put it in like a town forest that has like 6 parking spots, and it limits how many people can visit the course because you bring your 3 friends and half the parking lot's gone.
Veterans Park would be great for that.
For that, there's other things to that though, because that's only for town people.
Yeah, you
You
have to have a
can't be,
parking
you
pass or
can't,
can
you
buy
can't
a
go there
parking
to buy it.
pass.
Okay.
And I'm not even ready to talk.
Yeah, I know.
about that kind of stuff.
But we also have to think about where you're gonna put it too, like, so that's why we're hearing this, because
Yeah.
that feels,
So this is probably the big question for a group such as yourselves. What does it cost to put in and maintain a disc golf course?
Yeah.
And these are all, outside of the cost of the baskets, these are all like highest level costs based on my experiences doing things. Baskets, 18 holes is pretty much, it's like $6,400 for the baskets plus freight shipping because they are large metal objects. That's a pretty standard cost depending on across the manufacturers that make them. Obviously, if you only went 9 holes versus 18, that cost goes in half. Design fee, someone like myself would happily design a course for you guys for free, but you can go out and pay as much as $15,000, $20,000 just for the design from a professional. That's why, you know, I didn't even put that other stuff in there. Tee box materials. The more professional looking the course is, like if you have concrete or paver tees, players will come more easily. But you don't need that day one. You can put 2 wooden stakes in the ground and have a natural grass teeing area, which costs you $3, you know. But a well-constructed tee pad is about $500 a tee pad. And there are ways to fundraise from both the disc golf community and the local community to accomplish that. Everything after that, benches, a kiosk for information, they're all things that a standard course would have that you should eventually plan for, but again, not needed upfront. The only real things you need are those last 2 padlocks to essentially the baskets install. You dig a hole about the size of a 5-gallon bucket, you cement in a 2-foot ground sleeve that has a locking tab, and then the basket pole slides into said sleeve and you padlock it to that pole. So no one can just go and take the basket and scrap it, essentially. So those 2 costs you would incur, you would want to account for it. In terms of the installation, a lot of it's done by volunteers in the community. Like, hey guys, we're putting a new course in Bethany. We're gonna meet in this parking lot at 9 o'clock on Saturday, and we're gonna start prepping holes. And you do that every couple weeks for a summer, and you magically have a course with all volunteer effort. You give them a thank you on the kiosk when it goes in for helping put in the course, and that's often enough for everyone. But at the same time, sometimes parks and recs departments or town departments may have a brush hog that can go through and do some of that stuff if you're gonna clear out a lane in a forest to do it. So there may be instances where the town wants to get involved. I don't know what the union contracts are like in terms of things like that. But that's something for the town to kind of guide you on, because obviously you may decide you want to put a course in, but you still have to bid.
And that's what you sound like.
We were just,
I'm on
yeah,
tape.
we were just doing that anymore.
But you're right, it's not spinning the way that it's supposed to.
It usually picks up whoever's talking, right?
Is it that all button thing?
Yeah, no.
Yes.
It's working.
It doesn't do that.
Keep repeating.
It just,
Alright.
Is there something about recurring?
Talk about that, what that means. Great. Once we figure that out, yeah.
I guess it's just mute, that's, people
yes,
hear it.
Alright, that's fine.
They can hear
just
it.
leave it. I mean, it's there.
Yeah,
So the,
so many people here.
this is installation cost, the maintenance cost is often zero. Because you'll build, by putting a course in, you'll build a community of volunteers, especially if they're involved installing the course. So the common things that have to happen on a disc golf course, if there's fields, odds are the town maintenance people are already mowing those fields, if you have holes out in the field. If it's through the woods, occasional weed whacking may occur by volunteers, or brush cleanup as things fall off to the side. It's very common to say, hey guys, we're gonna play doubles at 10 a.m. on Sunday. Let's meet at 8 and do a little bit of course cleanup and get back to the course. And then if there's trash cans on the course, someone's gonna have to empty it. That's pretty much the long-term maintenance once it's installed. And a lot of that, you may be able to work out with the town maintenance department and who does what. But again, you kind of build an army of volunteers. And the examples I will use, I actually got 3 courses after this with some maps and pictures of various parts of the courses. And I can give you a little bit of like what goes into each one and who maintains it for kind of your knowledge. So if you move on, Craig already mentioned High Plains Community Center in Orange. It's an 18-hole course that starts in the gazebo way in the back, by those 2 baseball diamonds. The bulk of the course is through the woods and unused property. There's a few holes that cross over fields, that are low traffic use for anything other than people walking. It was installed in 2010 as 9 holes. It actually kind of went by the wayside a little bit, and then during COVID, a bunch of guys started volunteering and cleaning up the course and got it looking fantastic. And the town was like, let's put 9 more holes in. Because they already had a design for it by the original designer, and they put in 9 holes within like 3 weeks, basically. All volunteer work. Those guys, they go out on Wednesdays and Sundays, they have various leagues, and they're usually there an hour, hour and a half early, and they'll go out and they'll clean up a little bit, and then, meet up and go out and play their round. And I threw a bunch of pictures in here, and you can take a copy of the presentation. These are just a couple of the holes and how it looks like. So the top left and the right are actually wooded holes where you are playing entirely 100% in the woods. The bottom left is one of those field holes, and I'll call it a park style hole, where you start out way off in the distance on a tee pad, and you're basically throwing 2 big shots through an open field if you're an experienced player, navigating around these last couple trees to get to the basket. And that right there represents basically the 2 main styles of disc golf, the park style and the wooded style. The wooded fairways, this was, when I first walked this new hole on the right with the course designer, you couldn't see down that fairway. It was all just like overgrowth, invasive plants that just needed to be cleaned up. They lopped off a few trees that were under 4 inches in diameter and created the natural fairway that you see there. And that was all done by volunteers. The next course on there is Ornock Park in Woodbury, and this is kind of the prime example of the beginner-friendly course in the state. It's about half the distance of any other course we have out there. Most holes are like 150 feet. where I could play around by myself at Orange in an hour and a half, I could play around here at 45 minutes. Because it's very beginner friendly, it's all in the woods, there's one main walking trail that it goes by. The town is a little more involved on this one, in terms of how the course is run, but again, volunteers help keep it clean all over the place. And then just a few photos from that course as well. This is actually one of the holes, 130 feet, there's the tee pad, there's the basket, all through the woods, and that is a walking trail, that gets light use, and a player, if someone's walking down the trail, they simply stop and wait for the casual person to walk by. The last course on there is Panthorn Park in Southington. Anyone have kids in softball that have been to Panthorn? If you so, you've probably been within 100 feet of this course and never had an idea it exists. It is entirely in the woods, in the back corner of the park, 100% maintained by volunteers, and it's the most played course in the state of Connecticut.
Wow.
They get, on Friday night handicap league, they get anywhere from 30 to 50 players all playing. You walk in there to a part of the property that gets no use on a Saturday morning, and there's 40, 50 cars in the parking lot come 10 o'clock in the morning. And then those people stop and hit all kinds of local businesses when they leave. That one has two layouts, essentially. They have one basket on every hole with two tee pads, like a professional, and then like a beginner-friendly layout. It is a lot of fun. And you can mix and match what you want to play for length and what holes and everything else. So I threw those in there because I wanted to give you some examples.
What's that on the bottom?
That is a bench behind hole one. That was
bench.
That was built by I'll call him the course pro. His name is Matt Bunko. He works for the town, like in the town offices, and he puts in probably 10 hours a week volunteering at the course, just cleaning stuff up and building stuff. It's a core group there of like 3 or 4 volunteers, but then when they did a call for a work day in the spring where they replaced a couple tee pads, and they had 20 guys show up. They just, they love the course, they go in. You'll see leagues that get run, and where it's like $7 to play, $5 goes to, your score for the week for payout, and the other $2 will be donated to the course fund. That sometimes it's volunteer maintained, sometimes the town will hold on to those funds. So if you need things like a replacement tee sign, or you wanna build benches, you can accrue money that way.
So there's no fees associated with coming on this course?
Nope, not at all.
And you have access at any time?
As long as the park is open by town standards.
Yeah, okay.
And that's something to obviously consider if you're looking at properties, who is allowed to be in the park.
Yeah.
Other courses in the state, Cranberry Park in Norwalk. I know you mentioned like town residents for one park.
Right.
Cranberry Park, town residents can park for free from basically Memorial Day to Labor Day. If you're an out of towner, you've gotta pay a $10 and a parking meter to park. It will, something like that does limit the players coming in, because obviously if there's no cost, they're more likely to come in than if there is some kind of cost attached. There are a couple pay-to-play courses in the state of Connecticut, you pay like $10 or $6 around.
It's crazy, because regular golf is like $100.
Yeah, I'm playing on Monday, it costs me like $80, yeah. And then you have places like Wickham Park, where they charge a parking fee to get into the park, and then once you're there, you can do whatever activity.
Yeah.
And that's like $10 a car. So it's, overall, there are ways you can fund the course. If you went out there and said, hey, town of Bethany, Connecticut Disc Golf Community, we're gonna be putting a course in next year. If you wanna sponsor a hole and get your name on the bottom of a tee sign for 5 years, donate $500 to the town for a basket. And you'll be amazed at how quickly you'll fill that out. People are very supportive of it. Businesses will often get behind it. I've seen courses that have a pizza place 10 minutes away, that they have a sign on hole 15 that they sponsored, says, if you order a pizza now, it'll be in the parking lot for you when you finish your order.
Okay, I like that.
Like, there's all kinds of ways you can get people involved.
Yeah.
I know Craig told me like 5 to 7 minutes, I'm way over that. I don't wanna take up your whole meeting. However, I will happily sit here and listen to the rest of your meeting, and if you wanna have more in-depth discussion at the end, I'm more than happy to hang around. And then obviously, if there's any follow-up after this, I'm more than happy to be involved, answer questions. Because this is just the scratching the surface.
I have a quick question. because I saw that, the park layout you had, so those posts, are they cemented in, or could they be set up to be removed? Because I'm thinking is if we did something like the Bethany Airport potentially, sometimes they use it for other things, so if a lot of it was in the woods and a couple were out, I'm wondering if they could be removed,
So
like if there's a, like maybe a pin or something, we could
Yeah, so
engineer it that way?
the baskets, if you're referring to, it's a 2-foot sleeve cemented into the ground.
Okay.
That where you keep the sleeve, basically where at a height where a mower shouldn't
Oh,
go over it.
yeah, that's exactly.
So, and you padlock the actual the basket
Okay.
inserts into that sleeve and you padlock it down. So if you have courses out there that will put 2 or 3 pin positions with different sleeves on the ground and move the basket from time to time.
Gotcha, okay.
So for what you're saying.
Yeah, because if you have to pull it
the-
for an event, that's what I was thinking.
They play football
High
there,
Plains
so-
actually had there
They
was a
can't really
basket,
play
2
football now.
baskets, kind of in the field where everyone parks for like the carnivals and stuff. And they would just remove the baskets for those events so
Okay.
people didn't drive into them or.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So it is something that you could account for. And at the same time, if let's say you wanna put on the airport property and that's a concern, during the design phase, we plan for that.
Yeah.
It's not something you design overnight, because obviously, like the ideal time to design a course is in the winter, especially if you're gonna be in the woods, where you can see everything's thinned out,
Yeah.
different lines, and walk it pretty easily. I helped design, they put 10 holes at Andrew Mountain Park in Naugatuck. We actually went out and staked 12 holes, I had plans for 6 more, then the town kind of pushed us aside and just did the work. But we walked that course 6 times over the course of the winter to kind of plan things out before we got to the point of just, we're gonna put a basket here, T-pad here, here's a map, town engineer, can we do this? Are there wetland concerns we have to worry about? Are we officially on town property? Like, things like that. So, if you guys decided to move forward with this, even without the money to buy the baskets day one, like if you called me up and said October 15th, like, hey, we want you to start looking at this property. Come back to us in 2 months with what you think. You could start the design aspect long before you buy the baskets and things like that, and see if it's feasible without spending any money. I'll happily give you a couple afternoons walking a property to see if it's a feasible idea. Because you're gonna have to present it to higher ups outside of this commission, I assume.
Yeah, and the Economic Development Committee needs to get involved in this.
Yeah.
They need, yeah, and there's a lot, and funding.
Town attorney, the liability.
Yeah.
There's
So that's what,
yeah,
yeah, like, we have space, but I don't know which
Yeah.
space we utilize, I'm like, where do we even start? Like, it's a great idea, I think it would be a home run, I just don't even know, like,
I don't know.
who's the first person we talk to?
Well, you know where I'm thinking?
Well, wait, hold on, can we stop, before we jump into who we're gonna talk to, and think about, there's so many logistics of it, I think it's a great idea, but there is the funding piece, there is the Economic Development Committee, there is, where are we looking, if we're looking at it being somewhere, is it gonna impact potential to have, fields that kids play in? Or, you know what I mean, there's talk about using soccer or lacrosse at Veterans Park, right? So that would kind of cause an issue there, and getting the town, how many people want to be a part of it, and we know how people are with the land in Bethany, right? In the trails, so I think it becomes there's definitely a lot of components to it to figure out where do we even have, what does the town have as far as land goes? Is land trust, where we're oh, this is town land, but land trust is you cannot touch this because they're very particular about those pieces. And what
What area for
what does the
parking?
Economic Development Commission have going on too, that they're trying to use, is there things going on with those pieces of things that somebody's looking at? I think
Yeah,
it's a
so
town
how
meeting,
much
I feel
research
would be
other
nice,
towns
like.
For the
Yeah.
courses,
What, I
Yeah.
think the brainstorming though, some ideas, because, not to cut you off, Pat, but
no, that's okay.
one of the ideas, you have all those trails behind the airport property already. I don't think that's land trust, I mean, it might be, and you talk about how you have these on established trails already to some degree. Obviously,
You
there'd have to be
don't
some
necessarily
meaning.
want to put a hole down a trail, unless it's a very wide open
Yeah.
thing. But
Usually not.
you can do things 20 feet off that trail.
Right, right.
When you're
Yeah.
pretty safe.
I feel like that would be.
So,
potential.
I agree wholeheartedly with Jamie. I feel right, this is one very small piece of a much larger puzzle that we have not, as a commission, and as a Park and Rec department that is very, very new, had any conversation about. But to me, right, so our heavy lift last year was just kind of opening the door again for programming, getting up hoops, getting up summer camp, now before and after care. We have not surveyed the stakeholders in our town outside of families for childcare options to see, like, as the town, what do we want, right? Like, are there people in town who want disc golf? Okay, well, then that gives us a direction to go. Is nobody in town interested in disc golf? Because then it doesn't make sense to talk about disc golf. Like, do we want to see something go into the airport property? If so, what? Do we want to see changes made to Vets Park? There's tons of space there. Some of the trails behind that are private property,
That's
so
true.
we might not be able to, but like, there is space there. But like, what does the town want to see? I feel like, to Jamie's point, right, in conjunction with the Economic Development Committee, in conjunction with whoever ends up being in charge of this place, like, we need to survey the town to see, like, towns
Yeah.
who, right, do like a massive overhaul of their public facilities, like, they put out surveys and they do study groups and they like, you know, like, they don't just say like, hey, you know, it would be fun, let's put a disc golf course up.
yeah.
Not that I think that it
Yeah,
would be
no,
fun,
yeah.
right?
Well, believe me, those are the questions
I
you
think
should be
that-
asking.
Right,
And the things that I can offer, one, I am a knowledge resource.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
I'm happy to help in any way, shape, or form. My only thing I'm looking for at the end is a little thank you on plaque on the,
Right.
on the, when you put the.
Yes.
There you go.
Like-
There you go.
Right,
You know,
right, yeah, we'll
um,
make it bigger.
The other thing I can offer, which may help judge interest.
Yeah,
One of the things I didn't put on the slide deck, I have an LLC specifically for running disc golf tournaments.
yeah,
We are CTP events, we run events.
yep,
Specifically for disc golf. If you guys had a festival or something at
We
a
are.
town park,
right,
where you wanted to put up, even if it's just in an open field, like, hey, let's set up a little 3-hole loop, and you can, and we
Right,
can
just
come in with a
a
bunch of
little
loaner
interest,
discs,
right.
and you can say,
Oh, I
hey,
like that.
you know, I will
Right.
more than happily work with you.
We have a harvest
It's a
festival
harvest
coming up.
festival.
Yeah, I will happily
Plenty
work
of
with
space
that.
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
we-
for real though, like, that's
Yeah.
not a bad.
Yeah.
No.
That's a
and-
great
And then
idea.
those
And then we
that
have,
would
that's a
like it,
survey
they
right
could
there.
sign,
Engage your interest
Yeah.
there.
sign a, not
Yeah.
petition, but a
Oh.
form saying, yes, we're interested. I
Yeah,
have a question, for those
Yeah, I would
courses,
like that. I would
who
like that.
monitors that? I understand volunteers maintain, but someone needs to monitor those property. Who does that? The town, the park and rec?
It's a little bit of everyone, you know, a lot of eyes on it.
Yeah,
There are very good examples
Yeah.
of courses, even in the state. Page Park in Bristol is the prime example, where they put this disc golf course 10, 15 years ago in a park that was overrun by homeless and drug use. Like, they were literally cleaning up needles off the ground when they put the course in. And it, because of the constant people going through it, it cleaned up the park tremendously, and all of that stuff has dissipated within a year of the course.
yeah,
going
but there
in.
has to be a keeper, right?
Yeah,
Someone who
you-
monitors this property and not, you know, just clean it up and volunteer.
You
It's something like, is it Public Works, is it Parks and Rec?
Yeah,
is it-
yeah, who, yeah,
In most
yeah, who
cases,
does that?
in most cases,
And yet for these towns,
the person that empties the garbage cans are the ones that's really keeping the eye.
and that's
on
the
that.
part, that would be public
Yeah,
works.
you would
Wow.
probably have a designated, like, lead volunteer,
Pat, you wanna get on that one?
you know,
No.
like
I'm
someone
busy
that
enough.
helped put
No,
the
I mean,
course in, that
yeah,
will
public
take
works.
kind of ownership
so
of
Craig,
the activities that go on.
That would've been a nice day.
right?
Instead of going to Acorn Hill to play baseball.
Correct, you could have been out playing disc golf.
It sounds like more fun to me.
Do you think we should
I
write it for
like
the
the idea.
Harvest Festival then? Since
I
that's
mean-
coming up, that's around the corner,
If
isn't
we
it?
could do that, like have a
What is it?
couple.
You said we have some equipment
fourth.
for disc
October,
golf, like
yeah.
temporary usage stuff, like that you could just put out there for
Yeah,
parks and, like for the after school, like is it equipment that's been purchased for the after school program or something?
If you wanted to do a pop-up event such as that, I have 3 baskets in my backyard that are portable that I can just show up with. It's something that we've done before.
That's
We've done like I did a community in Hartford a couple of years ago with some of my friends where it was like a, you know, like a youth activity day. We set up three little triangle, 3 holes.
Right.
The combined length of it was maybe 400 feet. And the kids had a blast, just come and try it out.
Yeah.
You had a couple volunteers to like walk with groups and try it out.
Yeah.
I think,
Do we?
I mean, I don't know.
I'm sure they could figure out somewhere to go, because the
Yeah.
ring is closed because they use that for different things,
Right.
and then they have like the
Probably
petting
the
zoo
kid-
usually, and then
kid
they have
area, I
the
would think.
kid area. Yeah,
It's also.
but I'm sure there's
I-
somewhere it's gotta be space,
Because
yeah.
they have it all back there, you know, the,
There's space somewhere,
Oh,
they can like, they
Uh,
can,
the bouncy
kind of out
house.
of the way,
Yeah.
but out behind the firehouse.
Yeah, with the bouncy house.
No, like way down the hill and stuff, like
Okay.
we ended up after Bethany Hoops party, all the kids were down there playing wiffle ball and
Yeah,
flag
like
football
they're
and stuff.
straight.
You just need a spot to start near the
Yeah.
festival, and
Right,
then
and
once
then
you,
people
like,
can move.
it can literally be 2 holes. One going that way and one coming back this way.
Right.
You know, you just need a run of
Yeah,
a few.
we could do something maybe down back behind the firehouse, you're right.
Room there, that's not getting used, I mean, it is like a little,
Right.
you have to know it's there.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
gonna say, we're trying to figure out
Right.
where it could get the traction
want
from
to
it, so
build
it's
it.
not
Yeah,
like,
but
cause maybe like there is a little bit of like the woods, like that woods piece of, I don't know what's in there.
see,
that I
but you
do
want it
anything with, but,
visible
like,
also.
maybe by the
Like you said, it's
helicopter.
behind. You want
the
it,
airport.
you know, where it's
once I was
visible
in
with
there,
people
once- They usually have
riding.
all the booths set up with the tables and craft
Yeah.
stuff inside.
Yeah,
What
Tracy
goes
was
on?
gonna-
but don't they have the
Hold our
bouncy
house in the
house and
road.
stuff?
Yeah,
I don't know what that field looks like, but that's,
oh, maybe up in the front, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Any
Yeah,
kids near the road.
something that's
But
high
then you potentially have
visibility.
Kids near the
Right.
road.
And again, you don't have to figure
That
this
would
all
make me
right now.
Yeah.
I don't wanna,
I think
I
it's
don't
part of
wanna
the-
take up your entire
part of the
night.
hangar.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there, you talk to the committee, cause
But
that's
you
their
were
job.
available for September 4th, right?
October
Is that-
4th, yeah.
Six-
That-
Okay,
that's
What is
Saturday.
the harvest?
October
That sounds
4th.
great.
Oh, it's the
October
fifth.
4th.
What, fifth?
Yeah, it's a
October
Sunday,
fifth.
it's a Sunday,
Fifth,
that's
I'm
always
not
a
available
Sunday.
for.
Okay.
Oh.
4th I'm
Yeah,
available,
there you go.
the 5th I'm running an event in Southington that day.
Well, we can always gauge interest in one, like also put like, you know, put something out there and
Okay.
like this, like in a survey or something, cause I think that's on our
We're
agenda
gonna do
too,
a
to say,
survey.
you
Yeah,
know.
okay, so, thank you for coming and sharing all of that with us. I do think it's something that like is intriguing and could be part of our future planning. But I feel like it's part of like a larger conversation, and that truthfully,
Yeah.
with the state of where we are in town right now, will probably be many months in the
Does.
making.
I've seen this process take 3-4 years
Yeah,
in places.
yeah.
Hopefully we won't be on the 4-year plan,
Yeah.
but, you know, I think we're solidly on the 2-year. plan.
Honestly, you also don't wanna rush it.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You-
do it right.
You don't wanna
Yeah.
just put in baskets for the sake of putting in baskets. You
Right,
wanna, you wanna put in something that's thought out, that will attract players of various abilities and and that has enough interest that when they play it, they wanna come back.
Right. Yeah, and I think we are also a town where people are very concerned about change.
There's also like, I've never been up in the trails behind Vets Park, I didn't know that there was trails behind the airport, like,
Yeah.
it's a good way to get
A
out.
lot of them
walk,
are
too.
private though,
No, but like
Like on
just space
private
in town
property.
that like
Yes,
might
yeah.
be
yeah,
unseen for
Absolutely,
like
right.
95% of,
correct, yeah, I mean, we should probably at some point actually find out like what land in town is actually town land. Cause I know that like a lot of those are also private trail, like they cut through private property.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like
That's a whole
easements,
other-
but,
There's
yeah.
one on Russell like
Consideration.
the.
Yes, yeah,
that
but we
next
should
to
probably, I
house.
mean, that could probably, that should be one of our next steps, is like, what property
yeah, well,
is,
that was it, like,
Yeah.
just to make sure there was interest and then
Correct.
little by little,
yeah,
figure out
right,
who are the channels we have to go through and.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I
But
definitely
to
think
Jamie's
it's like
point,
an
find
intriguing
out-
idea,
With the town people,
yeah,
are they interested?
right, yes, then that can be part of
Yeah.
our survey,
Yeah,
Mhm.
which
right,
we can include, like, we'll include that on our survey specifically,
Mhm.
okay.
yeah.
So
I
for
think.
purposes of kind of closing this agenda item, we'll follow up, Nicole will follow up with the committee for Fall Festival to see if we have the logistics
Well,
of
he can't,
bringing in any
he's
space.
not available, is anyone else, like, is there any?
I don't know, but if we have stuff in the closet, it could be something that we maybe set up,
Yeah.
potentially.
And
But we
I
can-
can loan you equipment as well.
That'd be great,
So
okay.
we could explore that
We could leave
idea
that
with
at
the Fall Festival committee.
You need some, yeah, you need some to man it too.
Right.
I'm out,
And then it's something that we can include kind of on future agenda items and also as part of our larger survey with the town. Okay? Okay. Pat, thank you again for coming and talking with us. Okay, next agenda item is just a recap about summer camp and a discussion about next year. So Nicole prepped some materials for us. Okay. So first, yeah,
Page one is, just an overview of how many campers were registered, for the summer camp, broken down into after school week or care, art camp, CIT, junior CITs, mornings, and then regular campers. Obviously, we had shot for 50, so we definitely exceeded, what we were doing.
yeah, we did, yeah.
Are these counts like 601, like 601 different kids, or like over the course of like the weeks? 'Cause that's really
No,
good.
that's-
But I was just gonna say, it's really good if there was like 601 kids I mean, not total, I'm one, but like 601 different kids, you know, like, I mean, I'm just saying that would been really good. Not in the one
Like every
week.
kid in Woodbridge and Bethany.
I mean, no, that's what I'm saying, not in 1 week, but like where they're like
Yeah.
601 different
Where are you
kids.
seeing 600?
It's
So it's like
how many, like,
total
kids
count.
registered,
Oh,
so that's
total.
4.
Yeah.
And 4
Yeah.
times 8
Yeah.
weeks,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Right, I
That's
think,
still a good number,
I think
like-
this sheet is the one that has like the most
Yeah.
accurate
That's-
numbers.
Oh, there we go,
Yeah.
okay.
So basically, we had
83?
85,
Wow.
right?
Yes.
85 kids who came for the regular day, 9 to 3,
Yep.
over the course of the summer, whether they came
That's good.
for 1 week or 5 weeks.
Yes.
That's good, because we registered late and a lot of people had
Yeah.
already had plans
Yeah.
for camps, so that's
Right, that's
definitely,
amazing.
yeah.
And then mornings,
It's 20.
oh, so that was the half day, right, where they could come from 9 to 12, that's what
Yes,
mornings means?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
because I was like, wait a minute, what's the difference between
Yeah.
morning and before care? Okay. It's because those kids didn't want to leave at noon, that's why they were such a low number. And then Nicole, I know you told me at one point, but for purposes of everybody, the difference between the CIT and the junior CIT. The junior CITs are
8th grade.
8th grade. And then the CITs,
Are high school, but not yet old
16,
enough to-
right, not yet 16, so it's like, whatever, ninth through,
Freshman,
I
sophomore?
had an 11th grader.
right, I was gonna say, like, I would have
Yeah.
been,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah,
was
'cause
only
the
fourth
age,
day, yeah. So anything under 16. Just for purposes of
Yeah.
looking at those numbers. That's,
Wow, the after camp, that's wonderful, look at that, 38.
but just as many before camp, almost.
Uh-huh.
That's,
Yeah.
that's an impressive number for before camp too.
I'm impressed with these numbers, Nicole, outstanding job.
And it
Outstanding.
was a phenomenal program.
So well
The
done.
only problem I personally had with it was every time I picked up my son, he wanted to go back. And the question was, Daddy, when does camp start again? So how many hours? Okay, pal. So phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Phenomenal
Seriously,
job.
my children told me that they don't wanna go to Maine next summer
Mm-hmm.
because they
Oh.
don't wanna miss camp. And I was like, yeah.
I think a lot of kids didn't want to start school again. They'd
Yes.
rather stay at camp. So
And I can't
I've
say
heard
I
that
blame
line
them.
quite a bit.
Yeah, I can't say I blame them. No, it really, I mean, it was amazing.
Well, and
Is this the
I-
first year we made a profit on it too?
I'm sure.
I think they
Right, I
made
mean-
profits before.
I think typically summer camp makes profit and then before and
But
after.
it
loses
can't,
money.
that's, okay, so that's what it canceled out, got it.
So I do have to say too, you know, obviously, I was in an administrative role for a long time. And I was a little nervous at first, like, oh, and, you know, rumors. And I have to say that I enjoyed it thoroughly, being with those kids, and there were some minimal issues. I thought I was gonna have these kids in my office every day. But once you built a relationship with them, it made it so much easier. And that every single kid you could talk to and get a response from, and they took everything seriously, like if you said something to them, they corrected it. So it was very nice, it was a great group of kids we had this year.
I think too, to your credit and like to the other counselors' credit, like it was so highly structured and organized that like there wasn't a lot of downtime and that is when the kids typically,
Yeah.
right? Like that's
Yeah,
when the
I think
madness
100%
happens.
that
But
played a huge
because
role.
like they rotated and there were so many different activities, like they were busy and engaged and like there was always something fun for them to do.
And I'm sure the parent handbooks helped also, made it clear to the parents what is acceptable and unacceptable.
Yeah, I
Which
heard
is-
so
that
many
was
parents
wonderful.
just like, even like like some very critical parents of things, right? Were like talking about how great it was and how much
Nice.
fun their kids were having, so.
It was awesome.
you know, yeah, so that was nice to hear. It's a good job.
Hope to expand on it too for next year.
So if we
I
get
like the last
50% increase in attendance, do you see any difficulty like scaling that and maintaining?
Space
Yeah.
would be a huge issue.
I wonder if that's somehow where we can talk with BCS about,
Yeah.
like, using any of their schools, like some of the other Parks and Recs in
Yeah.
other
So
towns.
this year, you guys used obviously the annex. Did you have daily access to the gym here
Yes.
in the school?
Yep. Used it.
Every day, okay.
Yeah, we did not use the community room, so we will have that to do something in.
Yep,
Except for it was like our storage area.
right.
And we didn't use the playground 'cause over there, the bigger playgrounds, because of the construction.
Right.
And so, and now they have the Gaga pit, so we didn't
Right.
have that area either, so that will be helpful.
And were you able to use like the giant pavilion behind the school, or no?
We only used that once or twice.
Okay, because I'm thinking like, there are other camps, like our Camp Argo comes to mind, right? Where they don't have any indoor facility at all. They moved to Eisenhower Park in Milford this past summer, and they just used the pavilion, like if it was a
Yeah.
rainy day, like they were just
Yeah.
under. So, I mean, to Craig's point, if we saw a significant expansion and had to think about space, I mean, we could think about something like that where, like, some groups were rotating outside and they were just under the pavilion.
Yeah.
Um,
I think we definitely, I mean, I wanted to have lunch there
Right.
this year. So I was thinking maybe that would be a good area for lunch, and
Right,
then
'cause it's
if we
under shade.
can, like, clean this area up over here to be
Yeah.
more of a play area.
Yeah.
Like the Gaga and tetherball, and maybe redo the four squares and stuff like that, that could be another space.
Yeah, and we could definitely talk to the school. The difficulty there is always just like the cleaning. So like I know in Watertown, like the park and rec camps that use the school, like they have to be done by like the first week of August, because then they have to like wash and wax the floors and clean the classrooms. And so we might have like those spaces for part of the summer, but I don't know that we could get them for the whole summer. But we could look into, but we could look into it for sure.
Yeah.
Or even if we
Yeah.
used like
Yeah.
the learning commons or
Yeah.
the gym or the cafeteria, you know, like
Yeah,
something that.
something. That's what I was thinking, like not using like their
Right,
like
the
classrooms per se,
classrooms,
but like the,
Right, the
like the
common
gym, yeah, the
spaces.
common spaces, just to have extra room if we saw the numbers like
Right, expanding, something to look
expanding.
into.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So total profit was
Total
104?
income. Total income was 104.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There are a few outstandings, except for Jamie, because I have to take it off. She didn't come that day. Most of them, are on payment plans, or we're waiting for payment from other agencies.
That's great.
Yeah.
So
So
no,
with that, that's a pretty large, profit. Does that mean we can either reduce the cost a little bit or increase expenses, or? I don't know, I just don't think we should be making that much, it's self-sustaining, which is what we want. If we're making 20% profit,
One of the things that you also have to consider, and obviously have to look at it for next year, is that a lot of what I purchased was purchased in the prior year because we had so much money left over. So that's what I have to look at for,
Yeah, like what did you?
next year, like, what will I have to buy next summer? And all the stuff that we had already.
Right,
that
that you
we
used.
Right,
Yeah.
right, so what's a real, like, what is the real profit if
Right.
you have to budget, and if you have more, yeah, I wonder.
And then, you know,
Yeah.
I would like to, I mean, there's things that we wanna add in too. Like, I think for the older kids, you know, we're gonna obviously do a survey of the parents, but I'd like to get the older kids off this property more. You know, because they're here, but like, I think eventually as the weeks get bored.
Yeah.
And there's only so much you can do here, so like if we can take them on field trips and get them,
Yeah.
even if it's just hiking up
Yeah.
to, you know, Sleeping Giant and getting ice cream on the way home, or, you know, I went and met with the people at the recording den, going over
Oh,
there
yeah.
and, you know, doing some music stuff over there.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so, you know,
Great
there's gonna be, if we
Yeah.
grow and we continue to grow, we wanna add more things in. I have to look at those expenses, but I agree if we can, yes.
Although I have to be honest with you, I don't think, I don't think the price is unreasonable. It wasn't really
Mm-mm.
vastly different from what it was before, but you actually got a whole lot more for what
Yeah.
you were paying
Yeah.
for.
But yeah, if you could like for like the 5th and 6th graders or whatever, like throw in like those field trips. I might know a guy at Sleeping Giant for.
Right, but right, like,
Yeah,
and a
like,
lot of
there's
summer
things like
camps
that
do
you do.
like a trip to
Yeah.
Beardsley
Yeah.
Zoo, or
Yeah.
like you go to the aquarium, or like
Yeah.
some of the movie theaters do like free
Free
movies for
movies,
summer
yeah,
camps,
we
but
did
you just pay
that.
for the cost of the bus. So, I mean, I think that would be great.
Yeah, and then also too, like, we definitely need more staff. Like,
Yeah.
we need someone that can come and set up and break down all the stuff, cause Mike and I would come in the morning and we have to set everything up.
Mm,
And then at the end of the day, we have to break everything down, and, we definitely need that, and then,
Did you
more,
need a gator?
what?
Did you need a gator? We could,
Yes,
I mean, for real though, especially like honestly, if we're thinking that next year, like,
might need another.
you are
Yeah.
gonna use the
golf course
BCS
you're always
playground
hurt,
or.
so-
Yeah.
hey, I've been good.
But I mean, it
Don't
makes
text
sense,
me.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no.
right, you bought a giant bounce house, a giant water slide, like,
Yeah.
to move those things around.
Yeah,
Did the kids do, I don't remember when I'm looking at the schedule and stuff, did they ever go, like, I know my kids were in, like, Fridays were off to that park, did they do?
yeah, we did, we went 3 times this year.
Okay,
We only scheduled it 3 times because I was a little nervous about that, but I actually felt, more at ease when I was there with them. Cause they were definitely contained, the fencing helped.
Yeah.
That sounds
The
great.
kids love it, as a director, you can see everything from where you are.
Yeah.
Well, as far as space, even if you did like 5th and 6th graders go there, the best
Yeah.
park, the
Mm.
rest of the kids come here, that alleviates some of
Yeah.
the
That could be a
Yeah.
solution.
And that's, you know,
If it
like
grows
if we
that
do
big,
something
you're right.
like that, that's where some of this decreases, cause then I need an adult.
Correct, you need
Yeah.
another,
Yeah.
like, yeah, you need an assistant
Yeah.
director there as well
Yeah.
for summer camp,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And that's another thing, like, we definitely could have used, like, just another person that was kind of like a Mike and I were
So yeah,
going
who
around.
was, outside of you and Mike, who was like in charge, so to speak?
We were the ones running all
Everyone-
over the place.
Yeah.
They were
Every
here
day,
every day
yeah.
till
Every
6
No
day.
or the
head
other.
counselor or anything, or?
Well, each group had a lead
Right.
counselor, but there was a lot of guidance going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike and I were visible. I spent a lot of time in the offices up here so I could see everything, like just really on top of everything. I mean, we had a great staff, they were amazing, and they all got along, no issues with any of the staffs, like not getting along or having issues or gossiping or anything.
Good.
They came to work and they did a good job.
And some of them, like when I picked the boys up on Friday, they were like, yeah, I'm leaving for UConn tomorrow, and I was like, wow, you literally like worked till the very last day, and they're like, yep.
Some of them actually Friday left at noon to go right up to school.
Just crazy.
Yeah.
Nicole, I have a question for you. I guess sheet 3, which I marked, that has the open and closed invoices, what's paid, the accounts, what is that, the accounts, is that salaries, or is that like
On this
Ortez? Yeah,
Those
Okay.
are outstanding invoices, so those are
Yeah,
names
see my
that we're
name,
not
see my
gonna
name on there for
say
$24?
allowed.
okay,
Yeah,
because
I'm
when I
like,
look,
what did I do? I know, I'm like, what did I miss, man?
yeah, because,
So there are 6 people
Yeah.
who haven't completed
Yeah.
payments for the whole summer out of the,
yeah, 5, yeah.
okay,
If you
so
take
these
that
are
three off,
the
yeah, you
take
people
that
who are
three off,
paying,
that's-
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because when I was looking at the expenses on the last sheet, I'm like, well, wait a minute, if this is invoices, okay,
Yeah,
it's families, yeah.
yes,
okay,
yeah, so these are just
so out of
balances that
almost
were in
100
process.
families.
Okay, yeah,
So,
95%.
So is that,
So I
so is
was
that
looking-
included in this number? Or
yes,
no?
that's what I was wondering,
Yeah.
that's my next
So is there an
question.
extra like, if that's all
Yeah.
collected, an extra 5,000 or? no?
Right,
I don't think so.
yeah,
I don't think so.
and what comprises of expenses? I mean, is it like office supplies, or?
No, it's like it was like the ice cream truck and.
Oh, that was very cheap.
Oh, I mean, that ice cream truck.
Yeah.
Actually, looking at that, I should start with more.
But now you know what the profit is now,
A
right?
few times when the other ice cream truck came,
Yeah.
we picked it up for the kids, cause like a lot of kids wouldn't come for money and I didn't think it was
Yeah.
fair, like.
Okay,
I would just pick up the whole camp instead of letting a few pay and then half of them watch it.
I know, because one of the days the boys were like, yeah, I paid for my ice cream, but then Nicole gave me $4. And I was like, what? And then they were like, because she paid for everybody's ice cream. And I was like, oh, that's new.
She was like, when I was like, your ice cream truck is coming, she was like, well, we don't have to pay for that. I go, yes, you do.
Yeah.
I was like, I have your
But
money
that's
here.
the thing, is I want to be able to do that, like, we should be able to pay for things, parents shouldn't have to pay extra for anything,
Yeah.
you know?
So the expenses are not including office supplies, that's a different line item that goes to the town,
That's,
correct?
these are just the camp expenses.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
In the park and rec budget, there are like,
Yes,
office
yeah,
supply.
yeah,
There's an
that's
office
what I
supply
thought,
line,
so,
this
yeah.
is just-
There's
I
room in
just
here
wanted
potentially for the things that you
clarification
you're
on
saying you might
expenses.
need,
Right,
like knowing this amount is in here, like.
Right.
Right, but when you
There's
think about it, right,
potential.
I mean, there were tens of thousands
Yeah.
of dollars paid for the new furniture in that room,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
playground in that
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Like, all of that will need upkeep, maintenance,
Right,
refreshing
right.
over time.
Right.
You know, that's the one thing, like, I didn't realize how much, like, stuff we would go through.
Mm.
Like, just the deck of cards, we
Oh,
probably
yeah.
went through 200 decks of cards. Like,
Well,
Because they lose things.
yeah, and we bought, like, each, I don't know if you guys saw, but each group had a first aid bag, but in the first aid bag, there were games, and there were things for gadgets, and there were spray bottles, and we had, Bluetooth speakers, so they could play music with the kids, like, I went through the bags today, and like, there's nothing left. in the
Right.
bags. Maybe a bad day.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and we didn't have to buy any first aid stuff this year, we are completely out of
Yeah.
first aid stuff,
Yeah.
so we're gonna have to restock all
Yeah.
of that for next.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
So for, not to harp, but I'm thinking numbers, the income 104 that's on this last sheet here, it's not including the open invoices. So in reality, it's not the 104, it's minus the 5,000,
No, I think the one in '04 includes the open invoice.
Okay.
okay?
Yeah, I'm 99.9%.
But we haven't received that yet, so we can't,
Right,
chalk it up to total profit
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
So it's minus 5,
that's why it's
okay?
Yeah.
preliminary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, okay, thank you.
Okay, and you said those families are all either on a payment plan or money is coming in
Yes.
from another, okay.
Yeah.
And then if those are families that
44.
also need before and after care, so long as they continue to like make the payments,
Yes,
then they can
yes.
continue to
Yep.
come, okay.
Okay,
I think that's, I mean, honestly, I think it's amazing.
Yeah,
I think
I do too, yeah.
like, to me, it would make sense to like live through a whole year before we talked about like, maybe we reduce the price because we see that we're making such a crazy profit.
And
yeah, this was
honestly,
a
like,
unique
looking at
year.
other towns, we're like the lowest.
I would leave it as
think
is,
it's
though.
fine.
Yeah, I think it's a fair.
Yeah, I do too, I don't wanna
Favor
reduce
increasing
it.
the expenses.
You're like,
Hey,
you're
the
like,
ice
more
cream
stuff.
guy more?
The ice cream truck needs to come more often.
Come every week.
No, but then
love
they
it.
get disc golf, if
With
we
that
go
ice
with
cream,
that.
right? Like,
They can get it.
that's like so
We
much
could pay
better
for
than.
that.
But I
Not go to the town.
But
That's
for real,
actually-
right, like this is a fundraiser,
Yeah.
So
and this
let's
is a
keep the fee as is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a revenue stream to
Yeah.
then
Yes.
offset other things. that we do.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Mhm.
And then hopefully with things being organized with the before and after care, right, it's not a huge loss anymore.
Right,
So as far as kind of like future planning, as insane as it sounds right now, thinking that you would kind of run it similar to this year in that like the full summer, the before and after care, like those things would probably stay the same. I mean, not that anything has to be nailed down today, but.
I mean, obviously, we're gonna have to talk about it, the future is, you know, there are not, like, the way things were before, I get it, because parents need care, but I can understand kind of how the place was the way it was, because there is no time to clean, there is no time to get organized, there is no time to like, we literally took 2 days to try to get, we did get that place cleaned up, but we weren't able to organize the closets or like get anything else done.
yeah,
So it is gonna have to be a conversation at some point, is do we, a lot of camps end the week before we do, and do we do something different that week? You know, like the
Like
2 days I
the
did the
soccer,
soccer
yeah.
camp, so, yeah, so we will have to discuss
Did you
that.
have a lot of people that signed up for that week?
Yes, we did.
yes,
Yes,
and
and
that's
that's,
what-
that's the
nice.
hard part, because that is,
Yeah.
like,
It's like
it
the
is,
final week was
yeah,
packed.
yeah, I was gonna
Because
We
say,
nothing
had
else is open.
55
Nothing else is
camps
open,
that
yeah.
week.
excellent.
yeah,
Nothing else is open then.
We're meeting
And
the
then
needs of
when we
the
did
community.
I
picnic,
know.
we had
It's
actually,
excellent.
we had
But I wonder
parents
if
from
we
out
also
of
look
town
at-
come and to see what we
do
did.
we
That's
do we
And they said
hire
they'll be
people to
coming
come
next year to our
in to
camp
help
instead of their town camp.
organize?
Love that.
to do like, is there people who could come in to help organize? Setting up like you know what I mean,
Staffing,
organize,
you mean, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
so
is that
maybe,
an additional, like,
so maybe by keeping the numbers where they're at, that would give you the opportunity to potentially hire some additional.
Yeah,
Well, the
People if
problem,
required.
I mean, the problem is, it was literally 6 of us on Friday with 55 kids.
yeah, you
You
need
know,
more
like-
staff.
So you need more
Yeah.
staff.
yeah.
Yeah, but
But they go back to
they
school.
go back to school, the teachers are in school, like, who do you
Yeah.
get?
High
Yeah.
school students?
But I also think we did post things a little late too, right? So some people had already gotten jobs like other places, and if other people are hearing like this is a good,
Right.
good, I don't know, who knows? I mean, maybe we gauge that as it gets closer again, like, or in like January or February, like,
Or to your point, like
Yeah,
maybe that's
I
a
don't
week
know.
that like we bring in, like,
Yeah,
some
some-
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Some
I'm just
special
curious,
groups to
because I know the high school students need a community,
Service hours.
right, I mean, if they do that week, would the school honor it, or must
Yeah,
they
The
because
only
if you-
thing is you're gonna
receive that credit
train
after?
them for 1 week.
What
It's
if
tough.
Or are you
those
talking
kids
about the
come in and they could do,
organization?
like,
Yes.
They could do the
The
organization
organization.
piece of
They
things.
don't even deal with the kids directly.
Yeah,
They're
they're just-
coming in there.
Organizing classes
Exactly.
and
But
whatnot.
sometimes it's more work than it's,
Yeah,
you're better off doing
yeah.
it yourself.
Right,
Like
yeah.
I had a kid,
Eagle Scouts?
That's you.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we can get the Eagle Scouts in, I mean,
Right,
they're,
sometimes it is babysitting them, you have to give so many directions that it's like
but
that,
maybe
it's
it,
more
maybe it
time.
could be like Eagle Scout projects or
Oh,
something, you
that's
know,
a good
like where
idea.
like somebody's like coming in and looking for a project or
Mhm.
something.
Right.
I don't know
Well,
if
but
there's
like, I
options.
get what Nicole's saying,
Yeah.
it would they'd almost have to do it
Yeah.
for the entire summer, so they're brought up to speed, because otherwise that 1 week, it's
I'm
almost
talking
not
about the
worth
cleaning
it.
and organizing, I'm
Well,
not talking
Can I
about
ask about
watching
the
kids.
hours of your counselors?
Yeah.
Like is there a way to restructure the hours so that they're overlapping shifts, so that they have an hour before, or 30 minutes or 15 minutes before kids
we
come,
did do that.
and a half an hour
We
after?
did that, and we had specialty, like our specialists had like 2 free periods to like clean up and prep and organize.
This summer you did that?
Yeah, so we scattered, some kids came 8 to 3 or 8 to 2, some came in at 11 to 6, some came 7 to 3, and then they had a few,
Maybe
Yeah.
last week,
Right.
before or after care.
And these were at what level, like college students? or-
yeah,
The more
I think more college kids, yeah.
Yeah, no high school?
No, we did have a few high school.
Okay, so that's a start, yeah.
Right. And maybe,
That would be good.
maybe next year it is just also increasing the number of staff so that you.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
and right, if we're posting for that in like January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like the kids who came and worked, maybe are gonna say like, hey, this was a great experience
Yeah.
this
Right, I wanna
year.
come back.
This is where you wanna
Yeah.
go, like, and I
Right.
think of like when I was at Hamden, it was like everyone wanted to be at the Green Dragon Camp and everybody wanted to be a counselor, like, and you couldn't even fit, like you couldn't even hire everyone that applied,
Right,
you know?
Right. Well, at first, I think everyone said I was really strict, so no one wanted to come.
Right.
But I think it's changed, I think the
I
kids
think
are
they
getting
enjoy
used
it.
into me,
Yes.
used
Yeah.
to me now.
I think they enjoy
Yeah.
that.
But when I sat down and like we had a meeting, I told them, I'm like, listen, I have to be strict with you guys, I have to make sure you're doing what you're doing, but I'm also fun.
Yes.
And you'll get that side once a few weeks get by.
Right. Once you're sure that you're doing
Once a
the right thing.
routine is established, yeah.
I had a thought that's like falling out of my brain. This is also too, right, originally in our budget for this year, we had put in enough for either like a third full-time staff member or, like somebody to do like administrative office type of work, because I know that was also tricky. So I mean, that could also be something that we look at.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a conversation, I've already had it with Leslie
Yeah.
and Sal.
Yeah.
About which way we should go with
Right.
that.
Because I do think, right,
Yeah, the paperwork part is a lot, a lot.
I mean, yeah, every time I go into your office, you and Mike are just on my rec, just grinding and, yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right, it's like all
trying
the
to keep track of
physicals and
it.
all the,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a lot,
Yeah.
a lot, and again, it's a
Especially
very
at
short
that
timeline.
Yeah.
The beginning, but like there's constantly,
It's
through that
coming,
summer, people signing up every week and
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
before and after, yeah.
So, right, so somebody doing that work might be helpful too.
yeah.
Yeah,
And listen, I mean, if we end up doubling, I mean,
yeah,
And I think for me, I think the communication to the parents was hard. So I definitely have to figure out a better way for communication.
well, it was 1,000 times better than
Yeah.
it was.
yeah,
It was
Yeah.
easy because we were also visible, but
yeah,
if we're gonna expand and we're not as visible, it's just would be nice to like,
Yes.
be able to send things out quickly and easily.
Right, and my rec
Contact.
doesn't really do that well.
And who wasn't getting emails and who's.
Yeah.
So we
That's
gotta
why I'm
figure
like
that
admin
part out.
assistant.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Well, we talked about like some of
Yeah.
the communication apps that
Yeah.
like the schools
Yeah.
use,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I know.
whether it's
Or maybe
like
there's a better
Parent
program
Square
than
or
mine,
like
like, isn't there that
Dojo
other,
or.
like, maybe in the, what is it, like, at Thanksgiving time, that, like, big,
Yeah,
CRPA.
we're going
yeah,
to that.
like, maybe they'll have other programs other than my, like, my,
Right, to look
because I feel
at.
like there's something else that people use, I don't remember what they said they used, but
There's
like,
rec desk.
you know, like, maybe, like, look, you can look at those and compare, like,
Have somebody come in and give
Yeah.
them a demo.
Yeah,
like, which one, like,
it's the best.
you know, is there one
I
that,
hate my rec, but
I
every,
know,
when
I
I
know.
was looking up.
They're
what
all
the
on
other-
my rec.
they're all the
everybody-
same?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have like
Yeah.
market
I said to
cornered,
Yeah.
Leslie this morning, I'm like,
Yeah.
I wanna get rid of my rec, and she's like, it's
Yeah.
like supposedly the best one, I'm like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would
You could
see
do a
what's out
design
there,
one
you
when
know?
you're tired.
You know, I mean, is my rec like, you know how like sometimes you could look at these programs and you can ask them to like custom tailor like certain things to it? Like, I don't know, but maybe it's worth it when you're at that, like at that conference to kind of see, is there some, like, is somebody trying to market for some, you know, something,
Right.
something better?
I know we had
So it's gotta be
a program called Camp Minder at the J, which was great for camp, but it's only for camp.
Yeah,
And it was, it had the
Yeah.
kid's picture, so you knew who the kid
Yeah.
was, it was amazing.
yeah,
And it was easy to communicate.
Just call it
was
before
easy
school
for-
camp,
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
baking
Camp
camp.
before school. Camp before school, camp after school. Right. But we were talking about, right, like the school uses Seesaw, right? Like, is
Yeah.
their communication platform, like, do we
Yeah.
think about something like that for summer
Yeah,
camp?
well, we
Like,
had talked
Yeah.
about, it, I just haven't had the time to
No.
like figure it out.
Just,
that's
just
something
remind
that we can
parents
get
they have to
people in.
re-sign up for that, because last year I was like, why am I not getting anything on Seesaw? Why do I know nothing that's going on at school? And someone's like, you have to re-sign up
Yeah.
or something. I was like, oh, good to know. Yeah, yeah, because I got
We got
nothing
it.
last year, and I'm
Oh,
like, did
you're
I,
right.
like, I was like, what did I forget?
I did that last year too, and I forgot.
I
about
got one
this.
from one of my kids' teachers,
Okay, I didn't
and it's a
see-
brand new teacher, so it's not, like, I
On
didn't have
Seesaw?
to. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't get
yeah, my
anything
note,
yet from
no, no, like
Seesaw.
notifications shut off somehow on me,
Yeah.
and I had no idea that they were off, and I was like, why am I missing?
Right,
She was
yeah.
like, you missed an event. I'm like, sorry.
Right, yeah, I
I
haven't
was
seen
like,
anything
nobody
yet,
told
but
me.
it's, I feel like next week. Okay. For purposes of
Notifications
future
on.
planning, when do you think,
Yeah.
like, when would it make sense for us to like start really planning that? Like, do you want me to put, because like, we're gonna need to review all the policies and things like that again.
I wanna have camp ready and going for January.
So if I put it on like the November, like maybe November we come and we review like all the policies and procedures and stuff like that, because then we can like finish it in December, okay. Okey dokey. All right, so there's really no action item. Emily, I'm trying to be so good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's no real action item for this one at this point, except that we will revisit in November and December. We're trying to close the loop on those few outstanding balances, but it made a lovely profit that we will put back into programming, which is awesome. And then, Nicole, like, let us know if you want help. And I know this is like all your stuff now, but it feels weird to not be doing some of it with you. But like, you know, do you want us to reach out to BCS to like see what the possibility is of using space there and stuff? Like if there are research type pieces that we can help with, push it out. Okay, so next is discussion and possible action on before and after care program. So registration opened and today was day one. How'd it go? It was a lot, it was a long day.
It was a very long day.
You were here this morning at 7
Yes, I was.
and you stayed until 6.
Yes, I did.
How many kids do we have signed up so far?
We had 15, I thought, for before care, and I think we're at 24 now.
Wow,
So, and I think we were at 58 for aftercare,
Wow.
and, there were like 6 names on aftercare.
ooh.
Yeah.
I just signed my
87
children up today, 'cause
or
I
8
had to come tomorrow.
that were registered.
I mean, she knew they were coming.
I need to update Drew for just 2 days a week or 3 days a week
Wow.
at some point.
So I think we're gonna be over 60 kids.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
that's really good.
yeah.
And how's staffing
Yeah.
looking?
Yeah.
Not
That
enough.
was me this morning.
Love it.
With Justin.
Love it.
Unfortunately, Vin, who is gonna help out, got sick. So COVID is going around rampant again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
So
that.
that is, I think, gonna hurt us, for sure. And Mike's on his honeymoon.
yeah, Mike's in Italy.
Yes, to Mike.
I do have a bunch of interviews. I interviewed someone today who's been through the program. She accepted, she can do 2 days a week. I do have some of the staff who are the more senior staff from the summer, who just couldn't start this week. We're gonna start next week. And then I have, all of a sudden, like, the Quinnipiac students are coming out of the woodwork, so.
I have like literally been posting on those
Yeah.
babysitter
Yeah,
Facebook.
I like it
know,
every
I love
time.
it. I post like my whole spiel and then Emily's, love this
Yep.
post, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, so I got.
Please come work.
Yes.
I interviewed a kid Monday, or, well, I don't even know what today is, Monday, and he came in today to do his background and fingerprints and all his paperwork, so he's gonna be starting, and he can do mornings, which I'm very happy about.
Mornings are the toughest.
Yes, and his references came back stellar, he's worked at a camp for 5 years. He's a computer science major over at Quinnipiac.
Hopefully he's like a sophomore.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, see if you could design a new MyRec.
Right, right, literally, yeah.
And, oh, yes. And then, I have 2 Quinnipiac students that I'm gonna interview on Friday. And I've been telling the high school kids to try to spread the word out there, but I would like some more senior staff,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, junior, seniors in college would be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we're also, probably gonna get at least one iPad. I'm gonna see if I can get more, just for check-in. Like, when we had to do check-in this afternoon with 60 kids on a piece of paper, like 20 pieces of paper. I can only imagine how the kids felt, cause I know how I felt.
Yeah,
So if it's just iPad, click.
I mean, we certainly have the money,
yeah,
so
Yeah.
that shouldn't be an issue, right?
Yeah.
So it's just getting that approved,
Yeah.
right? at the
So,
time.
I mean, originally I had said 1, but I'm thinking that each league should have one, cause they need to know how many kids they have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, for purposes of, honestly, the next newsletter that I'll do for the town, so we're looking at about 23 AM kids-ish.
And there's any other 7 o'clock sign up or just?
No, so
Just
7
yours.
o'clock is out,
So I think he's coming to our house in the morning now, and then we're gonna bring him.
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay, we love it.
Oh, because there was
Oh,
only
we're
one kid who
canceling
really
7 a.m.?
signed up for 7.
There was,
Ouch.
yeah, so there were 2 families, but one was just for this week, and one was for the whole year.
So what will be the normal hours?
7:30 to 8:30.
7:30 to
It's
8:30.
funny though, because when we did the survey, there were tons of 7 o'clock people.
Yeah,
that said they were
that's why
interested.
we did it.
Right, but then nobody like actually signed up for it. Okay, well,
I happen to be taking my niece to school every morning,
Right.
that's why and so my friend, so Amber's.
right, you should flip flop, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just funny, because like with the
Otherwise I wanted
survey though, there was
Yeah,
like.
there was a lot more that wanted
Yeah,
7,
there was like
yeah.
30 or something,
Mhm.
right,
34, I
yeah,
think.
right.
Yeah.
Is there something about the wording? Like, did it say if you were to use this, what time would
No,
you need it, or
said
something like that?
7 to, so
Like,
what we
would you-
originally
Yeah.
did, oh, you mean in the survey?
I think it said
Yeah.
something like, if you needed before
Yeah.
care, what time would you need, or something like
Right,
that.
yeah, in which case people might say.
Right.
Maybe if I needed it, I would
Right.
Yeah,
have to get to
It's
work
just so
by
funny though, because
7:30.
like 30 people is
but-
like a lot to then only have like 2
That was-
extras,
yeah.
you know, like this is just
Yeah.
a pretty, but that's
unless
actually
people,
easier to
unless in
staff.
all honesty, people couldn't afford it because,
Right.
for that and after,
Right.
because
yeah,
it was like, what is it, like, it was like, what is it, was it $30 for the morning, what was it, like, cause if you came from 7 to 7:30, it was like an extra,
It was like
Like-
$3.50
Yeah.
difference.
Right.
was it, I thought it was more than that, I'm sorry,
No.
I thought like, you know, so maybe people are like, if I can do one or the other,
Right.
like aftercare or before care.
Right.
Not that I'm saying it's too expensive, but I'm saying like,
Right, if they
Yeah.
can figure out morning and
Yeah.
sort of put their kid on the bus.
yeah,
Okay, so we have 23 kids in the morning, 7:30 to 8:30, which actually is good, because I know that was easier to staff than having somebody come for 6:45.
Right, yeah.
And then you said we have 60 in the afternoon?
Yeah,
Probably
58.
over 60. It was 58, and then
Yeah.
I think there were at least 5 kids on the list that weren't.
Yeah, there were definitely at least 2.
So
Okay.
62, yeah.
And that's 3:15? What time do you pick them up at the school? 3:15?
We picked them up to 3:20.
It ends at 3:10 officially,
Yeah,
so.
3:10.
Yeah, that's when, I know the boys told me though today, like, they have to walk, now they get dismissed to the cafeteria, and then like, everybody assembles
Yeah.
there. So it's like a little bit, I think,
There's a
different,
delay.
yeah. And I think they have to wait maybe till all the
But
buses
yeah,
are
you don't, like,
called.
you don't get them until like three,
Yeah.
because like whenever I would go pick Drew up and I would get there at 3:30, even like beforehand.
No.
It would be like they were just walking in at like 3:30.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, and I think they
in the
make them wait
past,
till all the
we
buses
wait.
get called now in their
Yeah.
contracts before they get dismissed to the
Yeah.
cafeteria, so. Okay, I mean, that's
And that's till
fantastic.
6:30, correct?
6,
6, okay.
so figuring
come on.
staff till
Yeah, how many kids do you
I
have that are
thought we were
staying- how
talking
many-
extended
how many kids do you have
program
that are
here.
staying from 5 to 6, like, you
There
know?
were a lot.
Yeah,
There were a lot.
yeah.
Because I think a lot of people are like, so I have
Yeah.
Parent might
So,
Yeah.
So Nicole, we good with supplies for, COVID and, mask, just in case it's needed, wipes
Send
and,
those kids home.
Yeah.
are you
We
good
have-
with that?
We do have masks.
Okay, no, I'm just curious, because, I mean, it's
Hand
wildfire
sanitizer.
in Florida.
yeah.
It's spreading like crazy now, yeah,
Okay,
coming up there.
Nicole did send us all the handbook.
Mhm.
I thought I had opened, but apparently closed. Okay. So, I don't know if everybody had a chance to look at it yet. If anyone had questions about it.
I can't find it. I'm sure she sent it to me. I see sunscreen and behavior. Is that what you're talking about?
Thursday, August 21st. I can forward it to you again too. Did everybody else find it?
No,
Okay, hold on, I'll re-forward it to everybody.
Did not go through.
No, it's here.
I've got it, so you don't have to
Yeah.
reply to it.
I'm just literally
I don't have it.
replying all.
It's
links below.
Thursday,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like in the body of the email. It's like, not sure where the summer went, attached you'll find the handbook for the extended day program.
If you notice, I'm very short.
If you search Nicole's name, it should come up, like.
It should pop to the
Yeah, I
top.
did, I searched for Nicole and it's not popping up.
I think it's just how Gmail combines.
Oh, yeah, sometimes they
threads of emails.
stack, yes.
Sometimes hard to find stuff, but I see it now.
Do you?
It's so much better than Outlook, though. I can't, Outlook is like so. horrible.
Okay, I found it, I did.
Oh, it's like.
It's right, combined with, Jen's email.
Yeah.
I see it, yeah.
It doesn't
Open it
search
and
it.
then all of a sudden.
No, I haven't
Yeah.
reviewed it, of course.
That's what we use at work.
So there was somebody said to me,
See,
and then I thought I saw a
Sign
Facebook
in.
comment also asking about the usage of the term drop-in. And I think it's explained, if you read all of it, we don't literally mean you can show up without
Right.
communicating ahead of time, but I think that
Yeah, you
phrase
answered, didn't you
drop-in.
answer that?
I
You
answered,
that,
yeah, whoever asked,
Yeah, I remember saying
like
that
how
too,
drop in,
yeah.
and I said that I think it means
Yeah.
da-da-da-da, but then I'm
Yeah.
always like, email Nicole.
Yeah, I got a few, actually, I only had, I think I got one call.
Right.
Vermont, that's sometimes I have more than one meeting, it's just, yeah.
Right,
So as long as you give us 48 hours notice. So,
And that child is already like on your roster or something, right? Like they have to do
Yeah.
whatever, register them as a person, as a child
Yes,
in MyRec, and then they give you 48 hours.
and she wasn't, so I told her to make sure she did that.
so to that point though, for the drop-in care in the handbook itself, do you want to specify? Like there must be 48 hours
Yeah, that might be good.
Can
notice?
I take that out? I think, I could, I know we put it on the flyer too.
Yeah.
I like the thing about the IEPs and 504s too. That's helpful for you if they wanna share that.
I just added like, and I could send it to you, so that way you don't have to think about it when you go.
Well, I know I have it somewhere else.
Yeah, I just put 48-hour notice must be provided in confirmation received from Park and Rec.
Yeah, are you referring to the drop-in? Is that what you're talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's, think it's spelled out pretty clearly.
Or like this, I will not use my cell phone during extended day program, I mean, both like the middle school and high school, you can't use your cell phones either. Like kids can only use it in passing time or at lunch.
I have to figure out how I'm gonna apply the late fees when we do that.
So Nicole, just for clarification, for drop off in the morning,
Yep.
parents like literally pull up and like, I was gonna say, do they like get out, walk their kid, because like there's a thing about that, but then it's.
Get up and walk out.
Yeah.
So just get that. To walk into the front door.
So it says you may pull up to the designated entrance to drop off your child in the morning, but please be sure to not block the flow of traffic.
Yeah, I
So
was
is it-
gonna have them like, so
like
they
it
could
was in
pull
the
up
summer
right
camp.
there, yeah, but I
Right.
don't know if that's.
I feel like before, like they come
Yeah.
up, like everyone comes up sporadically,
Yeah,
you know?
So
you might
park
be
and
like,
walk your
Yeah,
so do we want it to, this has not gone out as of yet, correct?
I did send it to the parents because
That
I
actually
didn't, I
registered
was
their
getting
kids ahead of time.
800 questions, but I can make an addendum.
Right, it wasn't me, because I registered my kids in time, that's why I didn't get it.
That's why.
I was starting to get a ton of questions, so I'm like, all right, let me just send this.
Right, yeah, no, that makes sense, but I wonder if we wanna,
Well, I'll make an amendment, I'll fix it and send out another one.
I think we've talked about this in the past, but at the end of it, you said you have the date that it was created. And I think we've talked about like just if you leave the date that it was created, but add something that it was
Right,
updated on this date, so then people
Yeah.
can see that this is a
A new-
slightly revised
And I
version,
can
so.
also let them know, I can make sure they know that was changed.
right,
Let me see who I get for staff by Friday. If I don't get the right staff, then I change it. If I don't get enough hands to allow them to have it.
Yeah.
For the most part, everyone was there this morning at the same time.
okay.
So it made it easy, because we just put the kids in the room and it was nice and simple.
Yeah.
Okay. After school was harder.
For the ease of your purposes, if people submit paperwork for like summer camp, are you able to use that for
Yeah.
anything they do
Yeah,
for the year?
The only thing that we have, well, the only thing, so on my it says you have to do it again, but you could check off printed forms. I think it says printed documents already provided, but like we had to do the authorization for pickup over
Right.
and emergency contact over.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else, if it's here and it's current, valid, then we just can use that, cause we have all the files already.
So is it easier to do that like from the start of school until through summer camp, or from the start of summer camp through being in school? Like, so if it's on file and valid for a year, or like how long and all that stuff? Just so you don't have to be collecting a million papers and it's annoying for the parents.
Well, that's where Mike and I have to figure out MyRec, because if you guys upload it on MyRec, and so if there's an approval or decline option, so we could just go through each, no matter what, we have to go through different things, right? So we can go through each kid and say, okay, we accept it, so this kid's complete. But the kids expire at all different times, so it makes it really hard.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know if it makes sense to start like fiscally or whatever,
Yeah, I thought about the same thing too,
Summer first or whatever, but yeah.
but it's hard to keep track.
Right. But right, like if you register your kid in June for summer camp or whenever, right, that like it's good through the whole following school year.
Right.
It's like you
Yeah, you
re-up
have to do
for
it again
summer
next
camp.
summer camp,
Right.
yeah.
just because, right, like if you've already sent a physical, it's like, you don't want another copy of the physical. Okay,
But that's where the new MyRec will come in very valuable.
Yes.
Because maybe it will give you an alert saying, hey, beep, beep, this
Funds
is expired.
expired.
right, redo this, okay. Okay. Any questions, feedback, thoughts? I do think it's nice that you outlined the days that like it'll close at 5, and if we can figure out a communication system to like send a message the day before. But hopefully people will be good about that.
Not the day before, maybe like the beginning of the week or so.
Yeah,
So it can make.
Give
Plans,
ample
yeah.
time to make plans, yeah.
right. And then maybe one the day before and the day,
Maybe the Friday before.
like the school does, like the school does.
They
like,
do, they
today's
do a
early
good
dismissal.
job at it.
For real, it's an early dismissal. Did you remember that it's an early
I'd
dismissal?
rather,
Yes.
rather get it 3 times than
When
0
they-
though.
I agree.
Same.
And they text both parents.
Yes.
Who are both trying to sleep.
Right.
And then call
Maybe the
also.
school can also put it in their newsletter, their weekly newsletter. Yeah, you know what I mean, like if anyone attends Park and Rec, just a reminder that it's,
Okay. I think that looks great.
We can just put the summer ones with it.
Right, but I was gonna say, but like that's the beauty of having it, right?
So that's gonna do something in there.
Right. Okay, so there were like a couple of suggested tweaks, just like depending on the drop-off process and
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. But otherwise, it looks like the handbook for before and after school at this time is done, which is delightful. How, Nicole, is it working with, like the special programs that are running? So like, the kiddos who will go to like the soccer when that starts, like they'll come to aftercare and, right, cause it's at different times?
Yeah, and then
They'll go, okay,
eventually, cause I didn't meet with the recording den, so
Yeah.
we're trying to kind of come up
I
with
think
a
that's cool.
system and programming that we can do,
Yeah.
so I wanna look at how we could possibly like, because they might not be able to start at 3:30 or 3:45. So I said to them, maybe what we can do is like, if the person is registered for for
or aftercare.
aftercare, we give some kind of discount to go to the program, they come to us, and then they go to the program.
Right.
Just so it's not overly expensive for the parent,
Yeah.
because we want them to do these programs.
Yeah, like if that starts at 4
Right.
and like whatever, the charge is $60, maybe it's $65 and they stay for a half hour.
Right,
Right. have a
or
snack.
if they're already in the program and paid for it,
Right.
maybe they get $20
Right,
or
something.
whatever back.
Yep.
And not, it would be 20, not even 10.
I know what you mean. $20 for the 6 weeks of the
Yes,
program.
yes.
And they receive discounts for multiple, siblings, right? Is there discounts if there's more than one?
I did not do this.
No, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Only for summer camp we did that.
yeah.
okay.
Okay. Anything else for good of the order for before and after care? I will continue to try to post on anybody who looks normal and the babysitter groups too. I do look at their Facebook profile pictures before I.
Looks normal.
Make sure they're not a bot.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're not like drinking a beer in every picture.
Yeah.
Those people I message,
Party.
I'm like, you might wanna rethink these pictures.
Yeah.
Your future employers are looking. Okay. The next item on the agenda is after adult programming survey. We had talked a little bit about putting something out. We certainly still can put something out, like just about, what sorts of things are people looking into, and then maybe we hold on like the larger conversation about like town facilities and until like the dust settles after the election. I feel like having that conversation right now is not maybe worthwhile. Okay.
Yeah, there's so
Is
much.
everybody okay, like, do you wanna take an official?
Yeah, I think that
motion?
makes sense anyway. Even if we did have consistent town leadership at this time, it would make sense to ask more general questions about what are people hoping for and looking for.
Right.
And then start introducing ideas that
Right,
involve more.
okay.
I mean, is that a survey that you could do for, Harvest Fest? I don't know what is planned for Harvest Fest, but, just have a list of things and you can check
Good idea.
yes,
Yeah,
no,
that's a good
whatever
idea.
they
You could do
want.
like even just like a QR code
Yeah,
at,
Right.
like, at the Park and Rec stuff.
Yeah, that would be nice,
Yeah.
and just have someone like, please do this. please.
Right, yeah, exactly, as people come up, hey, do this, right? Okay.
Do a suggestion.
We can do
No.
it. Craig said.
Why are you banning it? I'll be at a hockey game,
He
so I
doesn't
won't
wanna
be
hear the
there.
suggestions.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
I get you. I totally
For
get
people
you.
who don't like QR codes or who don't like,
Right.
yeah.
Craig will just be putting in golf.
Craig will be like, did I mention disc golf?
That's a great idea, though, if we did a survey there, because we're gonna have a lot of traffic.
yeah, I mean, if you could do the QR code, more, you have to pay for certain, that'll cost money, but,
Right,
but you put yoga, you put pickleball, you put disc golf, you put
right,
whatever things, just
yeah,
brainstorm a bunch of
interested,
lists
right.
and then you can
Yep.
see what the big.
Do you want one of us to take putting together the survey, because you have a lot happening right now?
If we're gonna do it properly, yes.
Okay. Is there anybody who would like to put together either in Google or what's the other one? I can't think of what it's called.
So much nicer.
Microsoft.
Microsoft is so much nicer.
But what's it
Started
called?
learning it.
Microsoft what?
It's,
Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on it?
It's a Google form, it's Microsoft something.
it's Q something.
I can't think of what it is.
I don't know, it's so much nicer.
It was
That's when
lovely.
I
I
know.
was Survey Monkey, and that was years ago, and
Yeah.
I even got
Yeah, I
involved
still,
with
I
it.
still think.
That's
It's
the,
a-
only yeah, the only
I
thing is
know.
that one is
It's
limited
like,
to the
you
questions
just have to
before you
copy it and
pay.
put it
Yeah.
under your name.
Yeah, that was the only snafu last time.
Yeah.
Right,
But once we figure it out,
Right.
it's fine.
does everybody wanna brainstorm things to put on it, like activities that we want to list, questions, maybe we
I'll
could.
put it together if people wanna like send me like different
Yep,
different
ideas,
things, like email
family
different things,
events.
cause it's pretty much using the
It should
same.
also be like not only classes, but
Yeah.
like family events
yep,
Yeah,
that they might.
yeah, like if it was like movie night or something like that, like
Yeah.
outside at the Veterans
yeah.
Park, like was, something like that, or on the hangar.
just make sure you look at what time the sun sets.
Oh, yeah. Good tip. You learned that the hard
I mean,
way.
somebody was saying too, like you, like in the hangar is like empty, could you put like, could people bring their own
Right.
chairs and like sit in there, like,
Right.
like, I don't know how, like, hold together, like, whatever.
Right.
With a movie or something like that.
Right.
Got it.
Huh?
I said, use the damn thing.
Right, like,
Right.
somebody was talking about that and it was like, oh, could you,
Yeah,
Yeah, use it for it.
Yeah, I
there's
think, I don't
probably
think
stuff
it
being
has a
stored in it.
CO at this point, or if they did,
Ah.
because there was some problem structurally, if I'm not
You
mistaken.
gotta love this town.
So, when they built it, there was some weird, even though it was rebuilt, there was some strange, like,
thing.
I think the building inspector would not give it a CO
Yeah.
because it didn't hit certain criteria
I
that
feel
was
like there's also
required.
like paint nights or something like that or whatever, that could
Yeah.
be done like at the hall too,
Right, like
you
at the
know?
lodge,
At the
right,
lodge, yeah.
Okay,
It
so
just
what
sits there
if,
sometimes.
what if we say, that, I don't wanna give too long, cause if you're like me, the longer the deadline is, the least likely you're gonna remember to actually do it. So what if we said by next Friday?
That's good, cause my life is getting busy with,
Right, sports and stuff too.
not even sports, but right, PPT season.
Oh, yes. So what if we say by next Friday, the 5th?
Do you want adult and child classes, or just adult?
We did
We did kids on the
yeah.
last,
Responsibility
Okay.
to get that, by the way.
There was a lot, it was over, it was like 100 and
Okay,
something,
Right.
30 something maybe.
right,
100?
We do like family, maybe not but like family and
Yeah, family activities.
adult and family.
Yeah.
Friday as well.
You know.
Other thing with the family stuff, what does the school PTO still do a bunch of?
PTO does, yeah, so like, PTO,
I mean, it might be a little late for that.
so
but-
they don't do pumpkin carving, like they don't do like, I know they used to do like gingerbread house making, they don't do anything involving food anymore because of all the food allergies now.
That could be a
Um,
cute one, like.
That
would
could be
be
a cute
one,
one,
like the
yeah.
Like gingerbread
Like
house.
some towns
Uh-huh.
do like cookies with Santa, and
Yeah.
you could make a gingerbread, I mean, we
Yeah.
could look at stuff like that, so we could do,
Even the pumpkin carving is cute.
pumpkin
I like
carving is
pumpkin
cute.
carving.
Yeah, and school doesn't do anything like that, they
No.
take a trip to a pumpkin farm,
Okay,
Yeah.
as a field trip.
They walked.
Did you go on that this year, cause it's.
Yeah, you walked.
Oh, it's
You
like-
walked the Clover Nut.
Okay.
Walked past
They have the gingerbread for Christmas, pumpkin for
yeah.
October, something for
They
November,
walked over.
something Valentine's Day, I mean, there's
We
so
could
many
like, yeah, we
possibilities.
could ask that, like, you know, what people are interested potentially.
We
and
did
see.
take, I think they had Dave Merriam, I think gave them an escort, like I think but they walked to Clover Nut.
Yeah, Parks and Rec, like the, before, like
The
aftercare.
field trip did it.
Yeah, field trip did it, and I think, I think one time
Aftercare
aftercare did it too, right? Yeah, yeah.
So,
You could do November, you could like some kind of Thanksgiving centerpiece type thing.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea,
yeah.
with flowers,
Tracy, you're gonna be all
could do
over
a nice
this.
little,
Yeah.
Good ideas, don't make me leave.
So what if we
Yeah, I mean, we
say,
have people like in town that, you know, like the florists, like people that might be interested in like, like doing some of that stuff, right? Like,
right, like a flower decorating class,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
So what if
Yeah.
we say by Friday the 5th, everybody is going to send Jamie an email with some ideas?
I had talked to I talked a little bit with Nicole and the BAA about using the bocce course for like a parent-child bocce
Oh,
tournament.
that's
My kids
cute.
always wanna play on those.
BAA would cook burgers and dogs and stuff, we could make a little
That's
fundraiser.
cute.
I love
but
that.
That's a good idea.
Timing, we might, I don't know if we have to wait till the spring, I sort of a couple days, but it might be a little rushed, I was
Right.
thinking like,
But that would be great.
yeah, or like a cornhole tournament, something that
Right.
like parents and kids could play, it's
Mm.
like.
Or like, what if we did like a parent versus, child baseball game with the BAA?
that's a cute idea,
Wiffle ball.
yeah, that's
Wiffle
great.
Yeah, wiffle ball, I'm gonna say some kid's gonna take a line driver.
But you know what I mean, like something like that might be really fun.
Oh, really, you wanna ground me?
Yeah, like a
I'm
kicker
trying
you
to
could do,
win.
yeah.
That could
town
go
that we
bad
live
in so
in-
many ways.
The little town that we live in up in Maine, when we're up there
Let's
for
see
the
who the
summer, they
competitive
do
parents
a
are.
parent-kid, baseball game at the end of the season. Cause like it happened to be like right after we got up there, and I was like, oh, that's a cute idea.
Yeah.
Wiffle ball's nice.
But we could do wiffle ball, but like that would be cute, and like that could be something that we partner with the BAA on, you
I
know?
just stood it up at the GCC.
Yeah, I think it's neat. Okay, so is everybody good with the deadline of the 5th?
Yes.
Everybody's gonna email Jamie.
That's a chicken barbecue, if anyone wants to go, buy tickets.
Yes, I gotta get tickets.
Yes, it's a great time.
Do you need me to
Support
send
the
an email to
firefighters.
remind everybody for the 5th,
No,
or?
cause
okay,
I'm
everybody
gonna
should
send
know.
it off now, I have the 101 ideas.
It's
Send it for both of us.
Yeah, it's like a chicken barbecue dinner.
All right, so that's officially our action there.
Oh, create a
Email Jamie.
scrapbook,
Email Jamie by the 5th.
that's a cute one.
I'll have to see if I do that first then.
It's so much fun that night.
What? Oh, the barbecue, yeah.
There'll be fireworks.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Concert's so much fun, the kids have a good time.
I think also,
Christmas
we have to
ornaments.
look at what the seniors do too, right? Maybe, I don't know how much, I
Yeah,
mean, I guess if you're
this is, I
not
think,
in the seniors and you're not gonna be doing their
Right.
events, so you could, I guess,
Right.
overlap.
but I do think like we had some conversation initially, whether you had just started, or maybe even before then, about like kind of partnering with them about, cause like, I think that they have very limited offerings for the seniors, but they also have two full-time
full-time
staff
people.
members.
Yeah.
So like maybe it could be like a, hey, right,
Where's
yeah, some of the seniors would like to,
Yeah.
wanna do this with us?
At least in like Mahjong to me, they have a Mahjong team, you know,
No, I think they do like a lunch once a month. I'm trying to think of what I read about in the bulletin.
They got a
They
lot
do
of
lunch,
ink in that bulletin.
Yeah.
they do art class.
I think let's keep it like specific to just adults in general.
Right.
Yeah.
And whatever people are interested
Yeah.
in and
Right,
figure, go from there, we'll figure it out. and-
but we could try to
Same.
partner with them for some things too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause maybe they already have it set up.
And then what if we try to aim to have the survey out? So I have to submit the next bulletin by September 15th for October 1st, which I know makes no sense, but, so if we could get the link by then, I could put like a QR code
Totally. If
in.
I get everything by like the 5th, I
Right,
will not be doing it on the 5th, but the 6th or 7th, I could do it. and,
right,
like, Put it
even by the
together.
12th, okay,
Do it. Yeah, and send it over to you,
that sounds perfect,
and then you can create the link to,
yep, okay.
so that it goes to you.
Okay, that sounds, and then we could have it on a thing at the fall festival, that's a
Yeah.
great idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of the fall festival, do you need anything from us?
Did you figure out what you're doing for that one, like what?
An interpretive dance, that's what she's doing.
I still need to find a magician, but I think,
Oh, you know, Officer Sapione from the Woodbridge Police Department is a magician.
really?
You could ask him. Yeah, he does magic shows for the kids at the high school.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah, he is. Officer Sapione's a magician.
That's an interesting,
Sidekick.
yeah,
Yeah, he does a magic show for the kids.
does he like unlock himself from like the
Is
cup?
it like amazing Joe?
Like Amazing Andy?
I'm,
Isn't it?
Amazing, if it come out as a grocery store.
Right, I was like, isn't that is one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could ask him
he's
tomorrow.
everywhere.
He looks the same.
He looks the same, yeah.
Do you need anything else?
I might need, I don't know, honestly, I don't know,
Okay,
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
well, let us
Did we have
know.
a- did we-
who
we had
I
a
thought we were
magician
supposed to have a
Is he a
magician there, but I don't,
Yeah.
I don't think I missed it.
Okay.
I don't know, I think
I
I
don't
saw
think
him.
Yeah, the
they
magician,
met,
balloon
maybe, I don't
person.
think they met.
The balloon guy did.
But I think
Yeah, the
for the
balloon
most
guys
part,
are there, yeah.
everything that I was supposed to get done booked except for a few things. I think I volunteered you guys to do something.
Okay.
Make baskets or something.
Oh, so yes, I have an email from Amy Listinsky, who is one of the co-chairs, I think, of the Fall Festival, looking for the commission or the department to donate something for a raffle basket. I guess in the past, they've done like baskets of candy. And then there's a raffle for the kids to win a basket of candy. Or she said that we could just provide funds and that they would make the basket of candy.
It should be sports themed.
I mean, we could,
Recreation.
Yeah, recreation themed, you know,
Yeah.
like,
I would like to avoid the candy.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And I'm fine with
Unless
that.
that's a popular basket that sells.
I have no idea.
Scratch off tickets.
Last year,
It's always
one of
a-
my kids had a complete fit because he didn't win the basket of candy, so let's
Not see
Yeah.
have
candy,
different
right? Emily's like,
interesting
I would like to not have that this
I would
year.
like-
Yes.
I'm sure it'll be there, but.
Maybe we could put a ring pop in or something.
Right, one ring pop, right,
Right.
one. I mean, I love the idea actually of doing a sports themed basket.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's cute. So, my question, I guess, because I've not ever done this before, is so like, if one of us purchases the things, then we just give you the receipts? And we pay for it out of the park and rec budget?
When I did it for candy, which we probably like should also be like, you know, starting to explore that kind of stuff, because we could get
Yes.
more of those other things. But when I did it, I sent her the Amazon, I sent Leslie like the Amazon links,
And she bought the
and
stuff.
she bought this, like, she bought the stuff.
If it's on Amazon, definitely I could purchase that.
Because you have an ability to buy it through like the town
Did you
budget?
do the purchase order for it or whatever it
Yeah,
is?
just put it through Amazon
Yeah.
and then it just gets approved and it goes.
Okay,
How much does she have like an amount that she wants us to like,
no,
yeah?
didn't say.
I know it's out of season, but like, we put yard goats tickets in there or something like that, like a sports thing, like some,
Maybe we can get them donated.
Yeah.
Donated. Sound Tigers game?
So that sounds like you volunteered to reach out to the yard goats.
Yeah.
To see if we could get
Sound Tigers,
tickets.
I mean, it's.
Sound
it's
Tigers
coming
might
up.
be
Yeah, 'cause
easier.
Yard goats wouldn't be until next April.
So you're gonna call up Sound Tigers,
Want
or
me to
you
read-
know them?
Want me
No,
to
she's
reach
a
out?
hockey
You know
person, Jamie's that.
I don't know.
Well
I can
played.
gladly reach out to them. I was
Okay.
talking to the Hartford guy about my dad for military stuff.
Okay.
I can
I
ask
wonder
either
if we
one.
can get Ferguson's to donate something.
Okay, so,
That seemed like in a while. Maybe if I run over there and ask him.
What, tell us that, I don't know what that is.
Ferguson owns like a
Yeah.
screen printing kind of place. On
Hockey
Post
shop.
Road, hockey shop.
Lacrosse.
and Like just a hat or,
hockey
you
and
know, like a
lacrosse,
hockey hat or something.
Cheshire Sports, so.
It's up to you guys.
Gear that says Parks and Rec. Just like a hat or a shirt that says Parks and Rec.
You could throw a pole on
Oh yeah, what did I do with your shirts that I got you guys?
She's been wearing it.
Oh,
No, it was just the perk for the two of us
Yeah, I
that
know, we
showed
showed
up
up in
live to
person,
last
so
meeting.
we got them, you know.
It's okay that the rest are lost. You guys didn't get it.
Yeah.
There should be a
Puts his
member.
commission on.
Oh, never mind, yeah.
People will
People will totally impersonate us.
Okay,
You guys
how
need your
about,
commission membership.
how about this? So Jamie's
Maybe that's
gonna
based on
reach out to
I'll reach out to the Sound
Sound Tigers. I mean, do we wanna do, if we get those donated, those don't count, do we wanna do like a $50-ish basket?
It's
Oh,
reasonable.
you know what?
These baskets for?
I wonder, hold on a
raffle.
second, I wonder if I can get Quinnipiac hockey tickets donated.
That would be
Whatever you
great,
can
because that's
get
local.
donated.
Because
That
that's
would be nice.
local, and
Yeah.
I'm a season ticket holder.
Oh,
So you don't have to buy the raffle tickets?
either that you,
Okay, so yeah,
can you
$50
give,
free.
since you're a season ticket holder, can you give out tickets for a game?
And none of them are that fancy.
I only have 3 and
Right, the
I'm a little
tickets would be,
stingy
like,
with my
huge
tickets.
item,
Yeah.
and like-
But if they won't donate, I could consider giving up 3 of
Yeah,
mine, but
I
mine,
mean,
I don't
just
have
3
hard, I
for
know, but
one
I don't have
game.
hard tickets.
Okay.
My tickets aren't hard tickets, my tickets are,
I can't, I'm sure. one
I'm
of
sure
these
they probably
places will
would,
donate
yeah.
tickets.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna call up and say I'm a season ticket holder and I'm an alumni.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
see what happens.
Work your magic.
Exactly.
If not, I have some
Who wants
influential
to
people
pick
over there that
out-
might be able to help me.
Who wants to pick out $50 worth of sports items off of Amazon and send the links to Nicole?
I'll do it.
Perfect, thank you.
Perhaps we should put
What, I
a
need a
disc
comment?
golf in there for $12.
There you go.
What disc golf stuff?
We should put like the disc that,
Yeah,
the disc,
well,
right, there, right there, one of those.
Tracy, are you an E before the Y?
Make the theme go all together.
I couldn't remember, but I wanted to make sure I got it right. Okay, if you could do that, that would be awesome. She'll just send you the links and
I'm
then
gonna
you can
email
just,
my guy now.
okay. And like, yeah, whatever, I mean, a football, a basketball.
You need that by when?
October 5th.
Well, we need it for October 5th, so,
What's the next meeting?
We have to put it like
In
in a
September.
nice basket. and
Ours
make
is
it
at the end,
fancy.
what, end of September?
My guess
We do
is,
that.
let's ask Amy, but my guess is that
yeah.
they can
Sometimes-
do that.
sometimes
Yeah, I'm sure
Gates
that,
out
I'm sure if we
baskets.
provide them the things, they
Yeah.
can figure out the
Yeah.
basket.
Otherwise, I don't mind too. I actually find like weird joy in doing stuff like that. So I can assemble the things and put the cellophane on it and make it pretty. But whatever $50 worth of stuff, $50-ish of stuff,
Okay.
sounds perfect. Okay.
And even like, are we talking games too, or just sports?
You could do like
Recreation.
$25 to Dick's
Oh,
as a card, gift card.
ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and let them, you know,
I mean, now
Could,
that I'm in
a
this,
But I think
cap or
for some, I
something.
think for some of the kids though, like they're gonna wanna see like the stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. But.
And I think, when I think of the raffle at Spring Fling at
Yeah.
BCS, those are bigger baskets and they have like movie tickets and popcorn
Yes, those are
and
like
blankets.
hundreds and hundreds.
yes,
of
like
Yeah,
a
there's-
movie night.
But
Yes.
like the Harvest Fest ones are smaller
Smaller,
scale.
right.
and-
Yeah,
And I'll shoot it out to her and just let her know.
Well, what
we're
if we do
thinking.
this? What if we see if we get free tickets to something
Right.
and then make like a
Theme around.
theme, make a theme around that? So it's like the
Yeah.
tickets, if I can get a 4-pack of tickets
Yeah,
and then like we throw, like, you know, we
you could get a
put like a
hat.
a hat, like a
Yeah.
hat or like a
Right.
t-shirt in,
That's good.
in there.
Yeah.
And then that's like
Yeah,
a good thing, you know,
that's a
it's
great
not like
idea.
a,
Sport, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
like just like, yeah, cause it's like.
if you
it
go
goes
into a
up-
hockey game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So-
something.
buy, like, look for sports stuff or not look for sports stuff right now?
Wait, and I'll email us, because I'm
Okay.
emailing my season ticket guy
Okay.
now just to see, and then I'll reach out to Sound Tigers, and I'll reach out
Where are you
to,
going, Quinnipiac? Is that what you said?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, will you let Tracy know?
yes.
And then Tracy
Yep.
will know if she has to look
Yeah.
for sports
Yeah.
stuff.
As soon as possible, cause I leave Thursday for 10-day vacation.
Thursday's next week.
And I won't
Next week,
see it.
yes, yes,
that's, I just sent an
Not
email, because I'm leaving September
Yeah,
10th.
I feel like he'll get right back to me, so I'll know from him, and I feel like all the places get right back to you.
Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, realistically, we don't need it till the beginning of October, so either way, we've got some time. Okay.
And I need to touch it.
Starts every month.
Yes, okay.
I'll tell you that.
So nothing else that we need to do for that. The only other thing, and this is not on the original agenda, so I need a motion to add this
I thought that's for
to the
basketball.
agenda. Is that
Basketball
Craig
and-
sent an email about, somebody who wants to make a donation for a scholarship. So can I get a motion to add an agenda item first?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Okay, so the next agenda item will just be that we have, somebody, I don't, Craig will tell us.
Yeah.
Wants to make a donation.
Yeah, so, there's a guy, Coach Tom, he coached his grandson 10, 12 years ago in Bethany Hoops and liked it so much, he just stayed on, he's been coaching ever since. And he called me a couple weeks ago saying this is gonna be his last year. He's had such a good experience in the program, he wants to make a donation of $10,000
Oh, wow.
for, they're called the Coach Tom Fund, for any kids who have trouble paying for
Oh, wow.
Oh,
hoops, whatever.
Specifically?
He said, like, if it gets to summer camp, whatever it may be, like, but he definitely wants hoops to be the main focus, but.
Wow.
Is this perpetual, like, will it keep funding itself, or once $10,000?
Well, the 10,000 is, then we could add to it as we need to, yeah, yeah. So,
I think that's a
I don't know
good
who we have
idea.
to talk to.
Yeah, like, and how do you-
Set up the account or whatever, but.
Yeah, like a running account for the years. Yeah, that's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
That
fantastic.
would be awesome.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we would definitely have to figure out how to keep it alive, like,
Yeah.
keep it going.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah,
always, we
something
can do
that collects
fundraisers and
interest.
stuff.
That's a good idea.
Free throw contest, 3-point, whatever, like, we could always add to that, but that's a
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, Coach
Huge starting
Tom.
point,
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It'll
it's
last
a
a
really,
while.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
So then I think for future agenda items, we would need to talk about, right, like, what will the criteria be for,
That's almost
applying-
something we could add into, like, it's the same as with Bethwood, like, no kids ever turned away.
Right.
Like, if you
Yeah.
need financial assistance, you,
Yeah, how to
Reach out,
establish
you know.
this,
right,
yeah.
but, right, like, just like, what is the
What forms do we
criteria,
use?
like, you know what I mean, like, those are things, if you're gonna do a scholarship, like, you just have to have, like, criteria for, like, who's eligible for it, like, what's the criteria that you get picked by?
Are we allowed
Well, it's
to
not-
create?
not necessarily a scholarship, this is for kids who can't pay the
Right,
registration.
but what I'm saying
And
is
you
like,
refer to it as a scholarship, though, I think it's, you know what I mean, it's just a reference, I know.
Right.
I know
Because
three
it's like-
schools. is
But,
called-
based off of what, so like,
Like,
I just come
towns
to you
do
and
that?
say, hey, I
Yeah.
can't afford to
Yeah,
I mean,
pay.
I would think if
your baseline.
you are in that
For
position that you have to ask, that's probably, I don't think.
I would
You
ask
would be
You would
first.
be very, you would be very
You'd be shocked.
surprised, you would be very
We
surprised.
used to have people that made $300,000 asking for stuff.
Okay,
Yeah, I had
you
a
would
mom
be- you
who
would be-
drove up
yeah.
in her
You
Mercedes
would-
and took,
yeah.
Thanksgiving dinners.
You would be
From our
surprised
school.
who gets free and reduced lunch
I guess
sometimes
I had
too.
too much faith in you,
Well,
maybe.
we have to.
I know, that's, until you start seeing it.
If we can make a start.
Yeah.
Yes, so Nicole said that she'll
Okay.
check with
Okay.
Leslie about.
Public knowledge how we have criteria, but we just have to.
I think if somebody, like, yeah, they could just become like the people
I'm
who've
sure
reached out to
whoever
you
fiscal audits for
and,
the town,
yeah.
ask us for that too. It's
Yeah.
not just
Definitely
about.
want to come up with something for that anyways.
Because people have reached out to her too,
Fund,
and
try
asked
to
if
start a
there's some
scholarship,
number
and
for
we
the camp, the camp.
Yeah, so we have
like,
to,
maybe they would ask that for like
Do we
hoops
know
too.
where the need is most, where it's mostly needed? I'd say, where's the need? Is it hoops? Is it summer camp?
I think
Is
it's
it everywhere?
I think it's all over the
Okay,
place, yeah, I
okay,
think that there are families who need it for
Yeah.
before and after care, who need it for
Yeah,
summer
yeah,
camp, who would
okay.
have their kids
Yeah.
play hoops.
That's
but can't afford-
perfect, yeah.
I mean, hoops is pretty reasonably priced,
Yeah.
but,
Right,
okay,
Okay,
so,
great,
But someone who's like maybe raising their grandkids or something like that.
exactly, we have a few of those, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that, I think that,
so
Yeah.
maybe we
Yeah.
can,
I wanna talk to you about that.
yeah.
maybe we can have Leslie come to the next meeting? Do you want me to ask her to come to the next meeting to talk us through that process?
Let me talk to her first,
Okay.
cause I know she does a lot of nights, so I
Yes.
don't wanna add to
Yeah.
her plate if we don't
Yeah.
need to.
That sounds perfect.
If it's simple, but if it's more,
Right, and honestly, like, we may even have to have like the town attorney come for something like that to talk about.
yeah.
But I think that seriously, it's amazing.
I think it's a terrific idea.
Yeah, I think it's lovely. Okay, so Craig, would you reach back out to Tom to just let him know that like we're looking into the logistics of it, but
yeah,
you know, are
Yeah.
incredibly blown away by that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's awesome.
and if if Hoops is on the agenda for next meeting, I don't know if you would wanna come and
Yeah.
maybe give his vision of
Yeah.
what he'd like to see happen, it's,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's, yeah, it makes sense at some point for him to come to
Yeah.
talk to us about like, what does he want?
which
yeah,
is endowment.
Yeah.
that could be like an executive session kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, and I will put hoops on the agenda for the September meeting, because I know by like November-ish, right, we'll want,
I wanna start earlier, yeah.
yeah. When did we do
I think
registration last
we
time?
started on Halloween or the day before Halloween.
Okay,
I'm already
Well,
calls for it too.
Yeah.
right,
What's that?
I'm already getting calls for it.
But we were
Wow.
rushed because it was like,
Yeah.
are we gonna have it or not have it? So you're right, you wanna do it, right, the
Right.
sooner.
And this is nice, this is going to be in honor of,
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of memory,
Right,
right? I
Yeah.
think that's wonderful.
yeah, okay,
That's going to be in honor of Coach Tom instead of in memory of.
yeah,
We
Right,
always tend to
yeah.
do that after the fact, but
Yeah.
it's nice what he could experience
Yeah,
it.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good, I like it.
okay. But yeah, I'll put hoops on for the next meeting. So our next meeting is September something.
Maybe you do
25th?
do an award at the end of hoops, like the MVP
Oh,
award.
that would be
like,
nice, he could
and his name,
present.
like his name,
Hmm.
Yeah,
like the
So
Tom,
his
like the
team lost
Tom,
at the buzzer in the championship game last
the
year.
Tom, the Tom award.
Coach Tom
Yeah,
Award,
Coach
right?
Tom award.
So our next meeting is
Doesn't even have to, maybe it's
September
like the best person, like,
24th.
you know, like selfless
It
player.
is Rosh Hashanah, I don't know if that's a problem for anybody,
When is it?
the 24th of September.
Close to 21st.
The schools close on the 23rd.
Is the town, is the town closed for Rosh Hashanah?
I'm good for the 24th.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Okay,
You good for 24th?
I was,
What day is that?
it's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Always a Wednesday. Everybody good for the 24th?
Mhm.
Okay. I'll send out the agenda ahead of time, and again, elicit any feedback, so start thinking if there's anything that you want on the agenda, but I will make sure that we put like hoops and some of that stuff on there.
Mhm.
Okay, 8:34, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is
Excellent.
adjourned. Okay.
So Nicole, do you need me this week?